Thenceforth he would be known as Dom Afonso I, King of the Congo and Lord of the Ambundos. He learned to read and write Portuguese. He Europeanized his court in etiquette and dress. With help from Portuguese women who taught Portuguese domestic arts to the ladies of his court, Afonso soon learned to eat like a European and sleep like a Christian. He sent some of his sons and relatives and other noble youths to study in Portugal and Rome. One of these, Dom Henrique, served as Bishop of Utica, a city on the Mediterranean coast of what today is Tunisia. He returned in 1521, after an absence of 13 years, to serve as Bishop of Bukongo. Afonso built schools and churches. His capital, Mbanza Congo, Europeanized and renamed Sao Salvador, was so full of churches it was nicknamed Ikongo di Ngungo, or the City of Church Bells. All through his long reign, 1506 to 1543, this Europeanizing African prince sent embassies to Portugal and to the Pope in Rome, seeking from his brother Christian princes economic, technical, and religious assistance for his efforts to Europeanize his land and people. His long and often despairing effort got him some help, little of which was of the kind he wanted. Afonso wanted aid for autonomous development. His Portuguese helpers wanted slaves. So, while he received a trickle of books, masons, printers, blacksmiths, and assorted artisans, he got a disastrous flood of Portuguese slavers. By 1526, in order to save his society and his throne, Afonso determined to stop the trade in slaves. He wrote to John III of Portugal complaining that Portuguese merchants daily seize our subjects, sons of the land and sons of our noblemen and vassals and our relatives. They grab them and cause them to be sold. And so great, sir, is their corruption and licentiousness that our country is being utterly depopulated. We need from your kingdoms no other than priests and people to teach in schools, and no other goods but wine and flour for the holy sacrament. That is why we beg of your highness to help and assist us in this matter, commanding the factors that they should send here neither merchants nor wares, because it is our will that in these kingdoms of Congo there should not be any trade in slaves nor market for slaves. But Afonso's repeated complaints were to no avail. The Brazilian plantations were growing and clamoring for slaves, 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 and more slaves. Afonso's royal will was disregarded. Another of Afonso's letters to John III complains that some of the noble youths he sent off to Portugal to learn the service of God never came back. They were seized on the island of São Tomé by Portuguese merchants, and nothing was ever again heard of them. Portuguese slaving priests, traders, and adventurers also undermined Afonso's royal monopoly of Bukongo's foreign trade. Before long, many of Afonso's Europeanized vassals, greedy for European wares and unable to get them except in exchange for slaves, disregarded their king's injunctions and, indifferent to the social consequences of slave raiding, plunged into the traffic in slaves. Raids and revolts, sometimes fomented by Portuguese who wanted to stimulate the supply of slaves, took their toll of Bukongo's peace. An era of disorders, stagnant peace, and fitful revivals began. The social decay proved irreversible. More than a century after Afonso's death, a Portuguese expedition sacked the ravaged kingdom and overthrew the tattered power of Afonso's descendants. In 1665, when the reigning Mani Congo denied the Portuguese permission to prospect for gold and copper in his kingdom and raised an army to enforce his refusal, there was full-scale war. Both the Black Bakongo and the White Portuguese went to battle waving the banner of the cross. The Bakongo were summoned to patriotic battle by their king to defend our lands, wares, children, women, and our own lives and freedoms, which the Portuguese nation wants to conquer and dominate. But the battle was a disaster for the Bakongo. Their army was smashed, their Mani Congo was killed, their independence was extinguished. Thereafter, though nominally sovereign during 2 more centuries of decay, they were vassals of the Portuguese, sending as tribute slaves who were exported overseas to toil on Portuguese plantations in Brazil. Let us bear the Bakongo precedent in mind as we examine the present plunder of Africa through the mechanisms of westernizing aid. As we observe the brain drain and the resumption of the brawn drain exemplified by the smuggling.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu from Olo province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 12th day of the 10th month, being October 2024. Being Saturday, a day dedicated to our usual religious discussions, which we shall never shy away from. And we all must know that today we have done atonement as Biafrans. Atonement, that is making amends. We have to continue making amends against our ancestors for the wrongs we have done unto them. We have looked down on them, we have insulted them, we have rejected them, courtesy of the Europeans. And today we are making amends. That is atonement. We are making expiation for sin, for what we have committed against our ancestors, because they are the only people that we committed. We committed all these heinous crimes against our ancestors, which we are 33% of their gene. Without our ancestors, there will be nothing like us. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto today's program. Today is Saturday, being the 12th of October 2024. Why I continue repeating the date is for people to know, because sometimes people used to inbox me, Mazi, are you live? Mazi, is it live? Please listen to the date. Today is the 12th day of October 2024. Therefore, we are live and direct. We are on our FM 102.1 in parts of Biafra land, and many others are coming in no distant time. 102.1 FM, CHK 102.1 in many parts of Biafra land. And also we are on satellite, free-to-air satellite. We are on free-to-air satellite. Therefore, you have no excuse not to tune in to listen to the gospel of emancipation, the gospel of liberation, the gospel of genuine freedom. That is, we are in the era of renaissance, the era of awakening. That is what we are. Also, you can download IPOB Community Radio if you have any internet enabled device. You can download IPOB Community Radio. It is a very low data consuming application. As a backup, also try to download Simple Radio. Simple Radio. Once you download Simple Radio, you will search, and you will search for Radio Biafra London, and you will be hearing the voice live and direct. Also, you can go on our page, on our homepage, www.ipob.org. There you can see Radio Biafra London live broadcast. Just click on there and you'll be listening. Click on there, very simple. Moreover, on another section inside the same page, you will see PayPal if you want to donate to what we are doing, because what we are doing needs finance, it needs money. You go there, you donate. If you also don't want to donate through there, you can make contacts. IPOB never refuses huge amounts of money. $1 million, 500,000, any amount. No amount is too big, no amount is too small. You can make private contacts through the broadcasters or the studio lines that you want to donate, and we shall pass you to the leadership direct. If you want, after donation, you want your name to be to be sung on Radio Biafra, on the social media, every blessed day. It will be done. If you also want to donate anonymously, no person to mention your name, it will also be respected. It will be done. So the choice is yours. You mustn't be an IPOB registered member in order to donate. No. As a Biafran, as a supporter of what we are doing, you can make contact and donate. We assure you that your money will go a long way in helping what we are doing, because we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. Forget about those people that have been used the leadership. Oh, we are the leadership. Blood money, duping people, different people, which have also contributed in making many people, some people saw what we are doing as a is a con art. That IPOB is just to deceive people. Many people, because of the actions of some people, including Mazi and the Kano siblings. We say it here, pump and plain. Their irresponsible actions has cost IPOB a lot. But we are happy that the leadership has succeeded in restoring the soul of IPOB, keeping it intact. Otherwise, these people they came to kill, they came to scatter. What matters to them is money, what they can get. Anything they will go carry propaganda, go meet somebody, maybe a prominent Igbo person, and start no, why name? Oh, no, we are the leadership now. And they will collect money. And after these people found out and they say, oh, so these people are IPOB just for rubbish, which is not. Well, people don't understand the harm these guys have caused to this struggle. It is highly immense, but we are here. We will never back up. We will never back down. Never. We are here. Therefore, we must continue. It doesn't matter whatever happens. We must continue what we are doing. Therefore, you can donate. Forget about any way that you are being duped. And also say no to criminality. All these criminals are causing pollution. So underdevelop all those places so that people will never come in. When you start developing, urbanizing places, putting infrastructures, people will be coming, people will be going there to buy land, to start markets, as people will be going, they will be saying, so this is where oil is coming from. This is where this is coming. This is problem will come. They say, we need more. No, so it will bring a revolution. People will start talking up. So they say, don't develop them. So that the people will always be in continuous perpetual penury. And they will be blaming maybe the Imo State governors for what? For their penury. Without knowing that it is a government policy. Before you enter as an Imo State governor, you have to sign all these things. This is one of the things you have to sign. That you should respect the Nigerian government, the federal Nigerian federal government of the policy of federal government of Nigeria on Ohaji, that you should never build major infrastructures there. No road, nothing. Leave it like that, because they have agenda for that. Why are they doing so? In order to keep the people in penury. Number one, they don't want people to enter there, have access to all those places. Because the more people enter there, the more people will be seeing what is going out from there, and it can bring revolution. That is number one. Number two is that the community, they can, in the policy of division, divide and conquer of Igbo land, you make the people continue in continuous penury, so that tomorrow, as somebody has suggested, they will be put into, say they are now south. they will come and promise them that, look, if you agree to be part of a South, we will develop you. Look at, you Igbos hate you. You are Igbos, you are claiming to be Igbos, but they hate you. So that they will easily accept. These are policies. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So that the community, the people will say, yes, since no person, any governor, they are from Owerri, they are from Allah, they don't even remember us. So they say, you see, they bargain or they hang on your mischief in order to get you. Immediately they map you out into South, so called. They will tell you, reject that you are no more Igbo. Just announce that you are no more Igbo, and we will start developing. Then we start maybe building one roundabout. Once people start saying we are not Igbo, we are not, after they will stop everything. Continue the same thing. Is it not how they did our Ikure brothers? Is it not how they did it? They used many of them to fight against Biafra, promising them that immediately they will develop the area, put this seaport that is there, they will expand it, it becomes #1 in Africa, and they foolishly accepted to fight against their brothers. They turned against their own blood. After till today, where is your airport? Where is your airport? The same status quo. They are begging you, if you accept to join strangers to fight your brother, after conquering or killing your brother, the strangers will never trust you. He will be looking at you, treating you as that your brother you fought against. There are many examples of it. Look at Hausa today. Hausas that opened door for Fulani to come and create Sokoto Caliphate. They turned against themselves, against their brothers. One Fulani Ottoman than Fodio used them, turned their heads using the same religion that we are talking, religious sentiment. Your king Yunfa is not a good Muslim. Why are some of your people are not Muslims? They are worshipping idols. The same thing white people came and told us in our land. They are worshipping idols. Now the extremists, they turned and started killing their own people. After destroying their own people, Ottoman Don Fodio turned and started slaughtering those houses. Till today, houses are subjugated till today because of this type of mistakes, and that is what is going on in our land. Turning again our people against our people. I'm not Igbo. I'm Chukwuemeka, but I'm not Igbo. I am Amade. Amade. Do you know the full meaning of Amade? It's a kind of a short form. Amadioha. That is the original deity, the big one of Igbo land, Amadioha. That is what is Amade. They short form it as Amade. Are you hearing me? But these are the people that say no. Some of them. I'm happy that many are now turning back to their senses through the works of many of our people. They are turning back. They are returning back. You will see an old fool, 70, 80 years, 70-year-old man. According to the pig in the creek, you said no. We are from Benin, we are from Katangora, and you are looking all those things. Even it doesn't. I don't like watching it again because I don't. If you are not informed, you are deformed. You continue deceiving yourself, thinking that a foreigner will like you more than your brother, or they will use you, kill your brother, and after they love you. You are living in Cloud Kuka land. There is no begging. Don't beg you, because all of us are suffering the same thing. Even you are suffering more. Once they use you against your brother, they jettison you. They treat you as a traitor. You are. That is what is happening. But will people learn from history? It depends on you to learn from history. So today, being Saturday, we will never shy away from our religious discussion. And today I'm going to talk about accountability and law. Accountability and law. But before that, I want to just go into a few news headlines because I don't want to talk much before time will, will be fast spent. So I want to rush some few news headlines. Okay. There is this first news I want to read. It said Chinedu Special Assistant Mazi meets President in UK private residence, confirms another trip to France. That is Mazi, the Senior Special Assistant to President on political and other matters, Ibrahim Kabir Mazi, stated on Friday that President Bola Tinubu has left London, the United Kingdom, for Paris, France, for an important engagement. They met in his private residence in London, the house, the place of his masters, a president of a country. Can you reckon that? And that is where the governing elites of Nigeria are meeting. Can you reason that? It tells you who is running Nigeria. That is what you have to. That is what you should know. By now, you should have known who is running Nigeria. According to what I played day before yesterday, governor of Zamfara, he said the bandits, the terrorists, they know them. They can catch them, clear them under 24 hours. But his hands are tied as the chief security officer of the state. He watched his people being slaughtered. He watched, farms being taken over by these bandits. But there's nothing he can do because order is coming from the Nigerian government. I mean the federal Abuja. Now it makes you start wondering who is now running Abuja, who is now running Nigeria. Are you hearing me? So the visit, I mean the president of Nigerian, the Tinubu, being comfortable in London, having his residence, they are having high-level meetings for ruling Nigerians from London. It tells you who is running Nigeria. When people say, no, we are going to protest in order to change Nigeria, I laugh. I laugh in Latin. Because there's something Nigerians don't understand, that Nigeria is not in the hands, it's not run by Nigerians. Nigeria is not run by Chinedu. Britain, the West, they are running Nigeria. And what we are doing, do you see the restoration of Biafra? It's not. That's why when I see all these fools, these criminals in our land, using IPOB name, once they carry gun, they think it's not only what the actions you have that is happening in our land, in Biafra land, that will restore Biafra. No. Are you hearing me? It goes beyond that. Because our land, there is international interest in our land. There is international geopolitics in our land. So it's not about you carrying guns, shooting in your vicinity, and you think, oh, Biafra is Biafra. No, it can never give you Biafra. It's impossible. Our land is the milking cow to many countries, including the Westerners. So that type of violence in the vicinity, it cannot give you Biafra. Never. It goes beyond that. It's about playing international politics. It's about playing it to the way that if you say you want to fight, Britain will just send they will just come and crush you immediately. They will kill everybody. No person will talk. Don't you see what is happening? Israel and the rest. Israel is on the loose because they have their support. Whereas every other person is grumbling. Other countries are grumbling now. But indigenous say they do what you are doing. Don't worry. They kill people as they want, committing genocide, doing everything they want because they have the support, the international support they want. So I am telling all those people that are talking, you criminals using once they carry AK-47, they think that Biafra is like that. Now we. No, you are a simple criminal that doesn't understand how geopolitics works. The restoration of our land, it goes beyond you carrying AK-47. I am assuring you, I tell you that. If it is only about what is happening in that zoo, you go nowhere. You go nowhere. It is beyond that, highly beyond that. And we must play our politics very correct. It is a fragile situation. Are you hearing me? So don't think that IPOB is weak. No, it is not weakness. It's not weakness. What is going on around the world should teach you something. What is going on around the world, how things are going on everywhere, including Russia. Russia can send different types of missiles and even nuclear bomb to clear Ukraine under few minutes, but it goes beyond that. That is why they are following it systematically. That is politics. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Israel, they are bombing hell out of Lebanon. They tried what they are doing in Iran is targeted killing. Joe Biden warned them, said, look, don't do it like Lebanon. No. There is more to that. They warned Biden warned Netanyahu, said, don't hit Iran, don't hit their infrastructure like that. Because they are America, they know more than it is not about once the big brother, once the big eyes tell you, say, hey, let it be like this, because they understand, they see more than what you are seeing. So that is how the world politics goes. When the leadership of IPOB, what they are seeing holistically, they will tell you, say, look, it is above. If Biafra restoration or Biafra will come only through war, making problems everywhere. Mazi Chinedu said it sometime. He said, I will even play it when I'm on break. He said, if it is like that, Biafra, IPOB have the capacity of starting war now in Biafra. I say now. Starting what will be civil war in Biafra land. I am telling you, it's a reality. But when you check, that is why freedom fighting is not one-way traffic. It doesn't have a formula. You can decide to do something tomorrow. Before that tomorrow, you have some intelligence, you gather, you check, you receive advices, you look up, down, east, west, north, south, look the pros and cons and say, no, wait, you take another route. That is how it is done. For some people that think that it is one way, just anarchy, create anarchy. IPOB has the capacity. I say, I am telling you with surety what I know. IPOB have the capacity to start war in Nigeria, in Biafra land today. But is it about only fighting? No. It is about winning the war. It is about getting to our goal. That is what matters. The end justifies the means. It's not only using one means. You think that it is only one means that leads to the end. No. You have to change with time. You have to change. You have to be flexible. That is freedom fighting. Are you hearing what I'm saying? That is freedom fighting. Therefore, we must continue. So, as I was saying, Chinedu having meeting, security meeting and other meetings for ruling Nigeria with other Nigerian elites. political elites in London, in his residence in London. What does it mean? It means that $1 million question that Masari said, that is where you start decoding it. That after all, it's not Nigerians that are running Nigeria. Let me play Masari's voice again. That is, sorry, it's not Masari. I mean, new governor of whether Lawal, something like that, of Zamfara. I played it day before yesterday. Let me play it again.
We know where these guys are. We know where they live. We know their parents.
You know them as the government.
Of course we do. They live with the same community we live.
So why is it difficult to get them?
That is the $1 million question that I should ask you.
That $1 million question is, just check it, juxtapose it with Tinubu having meetings on discussions about Nigeria welfare, how to run Nigeria in London. That is where I want you to. That is where I will leave it. That is the $1 million question. So it tells you that it is not Nigeria. It is not Nigerians that are running Nigeria. They just entered there. Tinubu said he didn't have blueprint, because if you write any blueprint, they will kill him. Because they tell him you are not going there to exact what you want to rule as you want, to make Nigeria better. You want to get position. Is it not so? The same thing they did to Azikiwe. Because they started it with Azikiwe, ceremonial presidency. Be a ceremonial president when you have no power. They give the power to another person. So now, any Nigerian president is just there. You don't need to act like Peter Obi. Showcasing your ability, how you are going to make Nigeria, the economy, you are going to do this, do that, detailing everything. That is a country that you are not running. How can you do that? So they tell you, you don't need to write, because you don't have anything to. You go there, just be there. If you are a willing tool, you'll be there. We put you there. Now, from day to day, we give you instruction. You come to our country, you stay in your house and make plans. We give you plans on what to do in Nigeria, how to run Nigeria. Because it's our company. It's not for you. We created it. And you sheepishly allowed everything. You didn't reshuffle yourself. You didn't say no. So you are our slaves. You continue being like that. And he will say yes. You understand? They will ask him, they will allow him, say, you can loot anything, you live comfortably until the day you will die. No problem. We protect you. Okay? People talk, insult you, this and that. No mind. We are in charge. That is what Britain tells their counterparts. I mean, the Nigerian presidents. That is what they tell them. So, that $1 million question that the Zamfara State Governor, Lawal, is talking about is you have to decode it with Tinubu being in London in his private residence. Let me keep it there. Now, another news headline. 4 persons killed as suspected Fulani gunmen attack Plateau State's Bokos. It's normal thing. It's no more. The worst part of it is that these Bokos people, when you meet them, they will tell you that Onyamini is bad. There are soldiers that are being sent from Bokos tribe of Plateau. They will see an Igbo man and say you are a criminal. There are soldiers that are being sent from Bokos tribe of Plateau. That are being sent from Bokos tribe of Plateau. They will see an Igbo man and say you are a criminal. I think it should not be. I think my voice should be think it should not be. I think my voice should be think it should not be. I think my voice should become my voice should be coming out. I don't know. I think my voice should be coming out. I have to wait until my voice starts coming out, please. The problem that I have is my laptop. I didn't branch it very well to the charger, and the battery ran down. So, but I have done it now. You know, sometimes we can make some mistakes. Yes, people are inboxing me. Yes, I think my voice should be coming out now, please. Yes. 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 Yeah, I think my voice is coming out right now. So we must continue, please. I'm sorry for that. It is a mistake from my side. It is a mistake from my side. My laptop, I didn't branch well the charger. It was not fixed well. It started warning me low battery before I could do it off. So I have to put the charger. So we must continue. Do not forget that we are here live and direct. Today is the 12th day of the 10th month being October 2024. We are live and direct. You understand? So, as I was saying, there is one news headline which I read, which I was analyzing before that technical mistake came in. He said 4 persons killed as suspected Fulani gunmen attack Plateau State Bokos community. I was saying this Bokos, this community is another tribe in Plateau. They call themselves North. When you meet them, they will start telling you that they are against Wanyamini. Fulani is killing them all. They are not against the Fulani, no. But their whole hatred is against Wanyamini, against Igbo man. And you start wondering, what is the problem with people, with indigenous people in Nigeria? Fulani has successfully, pushed everybody, every other indigenous population to hate Igbos. That they all are focusing on Igbos. They are watching Igbos. Fulani is taking over everything. If they want to look back, they say no. Don't worry. Igbo is your problem, or they are crooks or they are criminals. They will take over everything. As they continue watching Igbos, the Fulani are busy taking over their communities, killing them, slaughtering them, and you will never hear them. The indigenous people jointly rise up and say, to hell with the Fulani. No, they can't do it. No, they can't do it. We are the rest. No, Igbo man, do you this? Igbos are that. Igbos are bad. Igbos are but Fulani are the ones killing you. Sometimes I don't see. I say, the indigenous people in Nigeria, they deserve what they are suffering. I am telling you, because of their stupidity that was started by Hausas. Hausas opened doors for this Fulani jihadism. And till today, since 1804 till date, the Fulani see the indigenous people in that part of the world as the most stupid set of people. People that could be easily manipulated. And that is what is still going on. Now, I used to ask myself, I said, look, what will it take for every other so-called Nigerian citizen to rise up against the Fulani killers and turn against the Fulani? No, they will not do it. All their eyes are focused in Igbo. Igbo will kill them. Igbo will do this. Igbo will dominate them. And you ask them, really, oh yeah, show me, what has Igbo done to you? Nothing, no. Nothing. Nobody will. They will tell you, I go market. Igbo man said to me something that's supposed to say to me 800. He said to me 1,000 naira. Nothing. So and you cannot understand. That is why the Fulani, they are, they are in charge. A tribe that is not up to 2% of the population, they are in charge of 98.5% of Nigeria. Don't you reason about it? This Bokos in Plateau. Look at maybe if you see the Nigerian soldiers that are of Boko, if you in our land extorting our people, they'll call you Onyaminibo man, you are crook, people are criminal. But in their homeland, they have no land again to go to, because Fulani have taken over their land. No, they don't look at the Fulani, they don't call them, they are not annoyed against those, they are real killers. Do you see how some Homo sapiens can be stupid? Do you see how black people are stupid? The people that should save them, they turn them against them. The people, Igbos that are fighting for the emancipation of everybody, they turn them through the media and through different reasons to hate them. Now you love your killers. Is this the same thing in religion? They come and do us. I put something on a few minutes ago on my Facebook timeline. How they are waving the chicken, the Jews. They are, But these are people that come. They tell you that no. But they uphold. They say your own is evil. No, their own is civilized waving now. Abi, can you call it civilized waving? Oh, it's a white man waving chicken on the head. You do it in your life. No. I deserve until I'm saying it. I'm not excluded. We deserve what is happening to us. We deserve the disrespect we are having everywhere in the world, because we are collectively stupid. I am stupid. People came from far away, thousands of kilometers. They tell you, they start telling you that no, what you are doing is evil. What your ancestors have been doing thousands and thousands of years before you were born, and you are born into, now they completely come and condemn it, and you accept it. You turn against your own people. Now embracing foreigners on, say, oh, they are my savior. People that killed us for more than 400 years plus, bought us with money, did everything against us. Now they send us a savior. Nah, people on Echekwedo time, I don't know. I don't really understand. How I turn is a savior. I now raise a log. Before you know a quote, this and that, I will send. What is happening in our brain? This is the era of awakening. If we don't do it now, it is now or never. There is nothing again that should be hidden. I'm telling you, there is nothing again that should be hidden. Because you cannot tell me that, look, a sensible set of people will reject their own thing and follow those of their killers. When you tell them that, look, do you see how they impose this in? They killed us. They say, yes, we know. They killed us, they bought us, they raped us. They say, yes, we know. But they give us a savior. Oh, Chineke, you want to give up. I'm telling you, you want to just give up. Sometimes I say, look, as a black person, as an African, as a Nigerian, in any part of the world, you don't need to complain. If you come out and a white person in Australia slap you, I'm sorry. Don't complain, because we are collectively stupid. They look at our brain and they deal with us like that. So we deserve what we are suffering until we rise up and say, no, we need to think in another way around. And that is what IPOB, that is what Radio Biafra is for. To make us think, think in another way around. Reason. That is what Mazi has been clamoring for. Mental revolution. That is the most potent revolution. Mental revolution. That is what changed Europe to what you are enjoying today. As a black orangutan in Europe, that is what changed Europe. Because they were mentally changed. They revolutionized mentally before coming out to physically. But today, when we prayed for you to start thinking in another way, say, no, nah, you're against my, you believe what you believe, and I believe what I believe. Do you merit any respect in any part of the world? The answer is no. That is why black people are poor. They are wealthy. Their landscape, Africa is the wealthiest continent on earth, the most arable land. Do you know that China now, India, can come to different parts of Africa, collect their lands or rent them or buy vast thousands and thousands of kilometers of land and be planting, cultivating it, farming it. After farming, they will still take it back to their country or sell some to the same Africa as made in China, as rice planted in Thailand, if it is Thai people, because they will that. But all these things are done in Africa, but they will sell it to Africans the same international rate. Oh, and you are telling me that people like this, they merit a pity? Is that what you are telling me? You are lying. We have pitied ourselves into stupidity. So it is right time for us to tell ourselves the truth, and that is what Radio Biafra is doing. Look at people in the north, northern indigenous people. They are being slaughtered every day by Fulani terrorists. But do they talk about them? They tell them, no, it's Igbo is your problem, Onyamin is your problem. And you tell me that these people, they merit any pity? People, join us. Let us fight against the people that are fighting. You say, no, Onyamini, you people are bad. Okay, tell me, how is Onyamini bad? No, they say, my papa say, you people say something costly. My grandfather told me, say, you people are, Igbos are domineering. No, but have you? No, I live in Igbo. Even in Lagos, Igbo man help me. I no go lie. But my grandpapa say Igbo man bad. And you say, what type of people are these? Are they really human beings? Fulani are busy taking over their lands, killing them anywhere, and we are fighting for them not to come to our land. We say we are fighting for the emancipation of every indigenous people in Nigeria. But these indigenous people, they are the people turning against us, instead of turning against the people that are killing them. They don't need pity. Let us move on, please. No pity. Don't see a black man suffering in foreign land, complaining that these people they are discriminating against. Don't pity him. We merit what we are suffering until we change our mentality. Until we start thinking in another way around. That is it. Let me play for you what before I continue, let me play for you what Chinedu said in 1998 before he died in an interview. Please listen.
No, Africa is a very complex and big place. It's huge. So anything that attempts to make it to cram it into one little box, will fail. There are things that unite us, big as the continent is. Our history, the history of Africa has been almost the same everywhere. Africa is the only continent where practically every square inch was colonized, you see. And so that is an experience that unites the continent, apart from earlier affinities that we may have. So there are areas in which we must work together, but there are areas also where the diversity must be recognized, because it is necessary to acknowledge diversity. It's not only unity that is of importance, diversity is also of great importance. In fact, it is. We are now told by biologists one of the moving factors of
there is some place I want
for the safety. I keep talking about the safety of the world.
listen.
You see, people some people think I'm a troublemaker. You see, why does he raise these issues? These are uncomfortable. Yeah, uncomfortable, but I am not the one causing the trouble. It is those who are not addressing the problems that keep coming up again and again and again. As a matter of fact, some old, very highly respected Swedish critic and writer said something like, after reading my essay on Conrad, that the white people will be in trouble when there are more people like me who are talking in this way, and in other words, that I'm creating problems for people. Now I am the last person to.
Do you hear what he said? This is Chinedu Achebe in 1998, granting an interview. He said a highly revered, respected critic of Swedish origin told him that, look, I have read your you read your books. We know we are in problem. We white people, we Caucasians, we are in problem if there are people like you, more of people like you, because he is exposing. He is making expositions. Let me tell you something. The white people, what they fear is somebody or people that is opening people's eyes. They fear the person. They will try to subjugate or subdue that voice. Because they have understood that, look, media is more than weapon of mass destruction. Media. Are you hearing me? Are you now seeing why the Mossad with CIA with M16 connived to rendition Mazi and keep him, even as a British citizen? Are you now seeing it? Their problem is this man is opening the eyes of people, and once people's eyes are open, they are in danger. They want you to continue in the old status quo. That is what they want you to continue. The same status quo, the same preaching. Who discovered River Niger? Is Mongo Park. The book of the Bible said this and that. They love it. Why do you think that as a pastor, once you start you gather people, you start praying, oh, you Jesus, this and that, immediately they give you visa to America? Why do you think so? Because it is they want to facilitate it. They know that you are bringing people's mentality down, so they support you. You are bringing black people's mentality to the downward spiral. That is it. But immediately you look at what you are preaching. Go to BTV or Rapture Media that is carrying my voice, or Biafra Times, or different platforms on Facebook. They are subduing it. Are you hearing me? They are Go to Rapture Media. In some places you will not even see it, but it's on. It's on. Sometimes before, sometimes 10,000 viewers that have played it, more than. But today, go there, they'll tell you 350 plays, 200 plays, 500 plays. Why do you think so? because they know that they don't want you to reach many people as you can, as you should. No, you are opening the people's eyes. This man told in 1998, Chinedu confessed that one well-respected man, Swedish man, told them that if we have black people like you, more people like you, we white people, we are in trouble. Do you see the reason why Mazi is still there in detention? Breaking international laws and protocols because they don't want you open eye. Let it be that we are preaching, oh, Jesus is king. Jesus, you will see, go to people that are preaching it. You will see on Facebook facilitate it, even make it reach people that don't want it. They are begging you, come and listen. Jesus is king. You will see thousands listening. They will facilitate it. But once you are preaching that opens the eyes of people, they will subdue it. Sometimes I'm say, are we thinking at all? Do we think and reason? Do we reason profoundly at all? It is a practicality that is facing us. The man says, he told Chinedu, he said, if we are in trouble, the way you reason, if we have more black people like you, we are finished. And today, we have more. That is why when people say, why you go and remove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you think that it's Nigeria holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Do you think it's Nigeria? Immediately he traveled out of Europe. Immediately they broke international protocol and we say, give him for so this is the time so that it will not happen in European soil. For dignity's sake. So it's time, do it. This man have been giving us problems. He have been opening people's eyes, opening the secret. What the worst thing they want is somebody opening the eyes of Africans. Then go and make study about one man they call Sheikh Anta Diop. He's a Senegalese. They quietly eliminated him. That man, Africa lost something on that man. He is the first African and the only to reach the height of studying Egyptology to the highest level. There he discovered many things. He's the person that put up about the civilization that our Egyptians are Africans because of what he saw. And you both say, hey, we have brought problem to ourselves by allowing this man enter into this curriculum, Egyptology, which they have been managing by themselves. They quietly killed that man and he died in his sleep. Cause unknown. Whether they say it's a heart attack or it's like that. That is how they do. You can be insulting America or insulting the way they don't care. You can be, scamming people, millions of that. That is not their problem. They don't too much care about that. But they are afraid of a people that are opening the eyes of the people. Because once African people's eyes are open, for them they have problem. They can no longer steal. They can no longer exploit. You will now stand your ground. Sheikh Anta Diop stood his ground, and what he saw in Egyptology, in Egyptian pyramids and all the rest he studied, he started fighting for black race. Say no. All the lies they used to put out, he started countering them to the public, writing books. They say, hey, this man is causing problem. Since that time, have you ever seen a black person digging in Egypt with them? Sometimes I say, do people even reason profoundly? Watch so-called Egyptologists. You see what you see are Westerners. With Arabs, they are all white people. Are you hearing me? Just watch the secrets, everything is with them. In the Vatican, everything with them. So they don't want any black person to interfere and start opening people's eyes. They bring out and modify the history they want to bring out. They modify it, put it, that the way it favors them, and they bring it out, and the news will carry it, and you will believe it. No, they have said now, your laws and personal saviors have said, so you must believe, you must accept it. That is how miserable black people are. But this is a time of awakening. That is why we give ourselves bitter pills. Are you hearing me? I don't know, time is running, but we must continue, please. Time is running, but we must continue. There is this other news headlines also. World Bank report says Nigeria facing worsening food crisis like Yemen, Ethiopia, etc., etc. Yes. Have you forgotten Bigot agenda? Have you forgotten? And kidney diseases ravage Jigawa communities as death toll rises. Kidney diseases. Things are happening in our presence. Man, do Nigerians care? Everybody is being, subjected to to looking for what he and his family eat. So no person has time. No person have time in order to look around what is happening around him. No. And you hustle. Bam, it one slump on one. Papa, moto kabonyo. Kahaga, RIP now, military kill. Or kidnappers kill. Or, that is how things are happening in Nigeria. Kidney disease ravages Jigawa communities as death toll rises. Jigawa state is facing a worsening health crisis as rural communities experience a surge in chronic kidney disease and kidney failure, leading to numerous deaths. Despite rising cases, the exact cause of the epidemic remains unknown, leaving residents in affected areas desperate for answers and treatments. In a country, I want to read a place. In communities like Yangobi, Surakawa, this and that, all the names, okay. Local government area, many families have been devastated by loss of loved ones. Kidney disease. Abdullah Salihu, a farmer from Mezan, has lost 4 children, and both parents to kidney failure. Now battling the disease. Are you now on a make sense? Salihu 45 faces overwhelming financial challenges, unable to afford the treatment that could save his life. His story is tragically common in the community, as 13 people have died of kidney diseases within the past year. Kidney disease in rural communities. Have you forgotten Njeman's revelations? Things will be spoken and it will be happening in our presence, but people don't care. Have you forgotten? GMO food, have you forgotten? It's coming to our land. It's coming to our land. People will be dying like flies because that is. You see Boko Haram, you see ISIS, see all these terrorists, bandits. Do you see why the hands of governors, even presidents, their hands are tied? Don't fight them. To destroy farmers, natural seed growers, so that they will be given GMO and the people will be eating and developing different diseases. It is being spoken, being revealed by Injemans several times. Who cares? Why will you pity people like this? Tell me. Just tell me. Be honest with you. Don't go with sentiments. Why will you pity people like this? People that they don't care. They are living day to day, daily. That's the thing. A human being in this 21st century. That is what we have been subject. They are on the rampage. They are using both drugs, both GMO food, plants. They are killing you. Eat, you develop diseases. The man say he have lost children, and he himself is battling with 45-year-old man. His 3 children are dead. He himself is going on dialysis. Within small time he will die. In rural communities in Jigawa, and people are not alarmed. Nigerians are quiet. It is coming south, I'm telling you. Do you now, is it making sense to you why the hands of politicians like governor of Zamfara State, why his hand is tied? Are you now seeing it? Why you cannot, why they will say Boko Haram, 13 Boko Haram repentant run away with Nigerian sophisticated weapons and motorbikes? Is it making sense to you? All Fulani want is to be in control, so they don't care, because they themselves, they are stupid. They don't care what is going on. What's the bigger plan of the West? They give you, they help you, but that is the West. They give them help to control everybody, but at a price, and that is what they will pay it also. They tell them you are on the rampage. You don't worry. Allah will give you Nigeria. We are helping you, and they are taking out everywhere. But they have their overall plan. As they are killing farmers, they are introducing GMO food. People are eating and developing all kinds. Children developing kidney diseases. And according to the man, let me say, I spent. Let me read it. Continue reading. I spent over ₦1 million trying to save my son, but I couldn't. Says Salihu, who also struggles to cover the 20,000 naira per dialysis session 3 times a week. That is 60,000 naira a week for dialysis, for his own dialysis. Until when he will just soon die. That's it. Required to manage his conditions. Medical professionals in the region are equally frustrated. Dr. Issa Musa, a senior medical officer at Coffin House General Hospital, noted that that despite the rising number of cases, the government has yet to fund comprehensive research to determine the cause of the diseases. They know, because Nigeria is in the hands of Britain. It's there. Oh, hey. Before God and man, if Fulani understand the work of West, they wouldn't be doing what they are doing. They will join hands together with a black people, like the indigenous people say, to hell with our control, because all of what, everybody is in existential mess. Let us fight, ward off this West. But what they are determined to be in control. That is their character, the Fulani. And the West is helping them, but killing everybody. That is it. Kidney diseases. Where have you had it? Even in rural areas. It's through the food, through the what they put everything. GMO, you eat. On our total, you eat, you develop sicknesses. It's coming to the south for your information. If care is not taken, until we rise up, until we become aware and continue this our famine revolution, so that anything that is being brought to us, that no, we reject it. We farm what we eat, what we consume, we farm it. Organic food. Are you hearing me? You know, these people in the north, they believe too much on government. They live on handouts. Government gives them this, government gives them that. The difficulty they put us into, we Biafrans, we Igbos into, it has made us to be resilient, to know how to maneuver, to be ready, to be our own, to be independent. I am telling you. Are you hearing me? What they think as what they level as punishment has given us resilience. I saw on social media how some people in our land are building this toilet pit that produces gas that you can use in your kitchen, free gas, instead of buying gas. So let them continue suffering us, and we will be, it will be giving us more brains of mode of survival, that even a time we come, we will not even need them anything about them again. Are you hearing me? Do you see this agricultural revolution? Any space you have, anywhere in your pavement, you can now plant, even yam. You plant things in sacks, in bags. Are you hearing me? We must bypass them. You know, as the Northerners believe in handouts, Al-Haji, through government, we give them. They believe in, you know, our government, the Nigerian government, will pay for everything. That's why in the North, only 5 houses is one separate local government. 5 houses only. In our own, they make a policy that our land will be underdeveloped, no development, but we are painstakingly developing our land. There's some back we use the crowdfunding to build the Imo airport. Where else has it been done in this world? Only in our land. Do you see the advantage? Out of difficulties, your brain will start working extra hard. Are you hearing it? A time will come, they will even try to say, okay, government may want to take it. You say, no, we don't need to this thing again. Don't worry. Gas, so no person will be buying gas. Because this the sewage tank is a waste. What you are throwing, even your physics in Shinge, is what is powering, bringing gas. Methane gas. That's it. When every household in Igbo land have all these things, in Biafra land have all these things, we don't need the gas to buy gas again. Said to hell with your gas. Do you see how they are pushing us to extreme? And we as human beings, we must survive. That is it. So let them continue doing. Let them continue. In Jigawa, they are dying. They are dying of, and they said Nigerian government don't want to give any money for comprehensive research because they know what is going on. Now, are you seeing the $1 million question that Lawal of Zamfara said? He threw back to the journalist. He said, "You need to it." Is it clearing in your eyes? $1 million question. Are you seeing it? We must continue. That's why we must preach. Onye say that we will not preach. We must preach and continue. Do not forget that we are live and direct. Today is the 12th day of 10th month, being October 2024. Today is Saturday, a day dedicated to preaching the gospel of liberation through religious discussions. I'm talking about the topic of my submission today. Is going to be brief because time has gone. Will be accountability and law. Accountability and law. Let me continue or start by mentioning or defining accountability, which is the practice of being held to certain standard of excellence. It is the idea that an individual is responsible for his actions, and if that individual chooses favorable actions, he will face consequences. It is simply responsibility. That is accountability, and that is what makes us human. That is what makes us to continue, advancing, developing as human beings. Accountability. You must be responsible. But do you know what happened? Foreign religion came and destroyed. Say no, you don't. No accountability. No, why should you? I will continue. Don't worry, I'll come to that. Now, let me also define law. Law means the system of rules which a particular country or community recognizes as regulating the actions of its members, and which it may enforce by the imposition of penalties. That is law. Every society has its own means of controlling the social behavior of its citizens. Every society, every society, it has its own means of controlling the social behavior of its citizens in order to reach its desired goals. The desired goals is advancement, development. It has no one-way ticket. It has no one-way road. Every community in this world, every nation, They have different ways, different values, but their core destination is development. The same way China has developed through their system. America tried to thwart them using democracy as their nonsense democracy, which they use in scamming every other. They tried it in order to use it to thwart China. No way. And today China have showcased that you can use your own system to reach your means, your end. It shouldn't be it's not monopoly. Are you hearing me? That is what it means. Thus, law provides, among other things, the penal techniques by which those who are found guilty of acts prohibited by the society are punished. We will never talk of punishment without crime or offense. Before the advent of the Europeans in Igbo land, we have penal system. Are you hearing me? We have ways of punishing offenders. That is our penal system. We have laws. The law of the land. Why do they call it the law of the land? You, for example, you sleep with the wife of your friend. In our custom, in our tradition, they will not tell you it is not imeroro or yigiwoke. No, imerorala. Have you make profound researches that word, what it means? The land connected us as a people. Even if that person, that your friend forgives you, it's not enough. Are you hearing me? The prosecutor is the land, because that your action, it concerns everybody, because that is who we are. Until the Europeans came and put a sword in our umbilical cord, dictating what is right and what is wrong in our own land. Europeans came and started dictating through their religion. No, don't worry. Once you go confess your sin to Reverend Father, one useless idiot standing, or confess your sin, kneel down and pray, and God will forgive you. Who is a human being to? But that is not truth. It's not our tradition. Oh God Almighty! Let me play this an excerpt of Things Fall Apart. Just listen. I have played it here some time ago, but let me play it again.
It is already too late, said Oberika sadly. Our own men and our sons have joined the ranks of the stranger. They have joined his religion, and they help to uphold his government. If we should try to drive out the white men in Umuofia, we should find it easy. There are only 2 of them. But what of our own people who are following their way and have been given power?
He said, in Things Fall Apart, it is already too late, because the Europeans, they have given our people the virus. They have infected them with the virus. So if we say, if it is only the white people, the only 2 people in our village, we can kill the Mekoshin Lieha, the district commissioner will come from far, say we are no more. You say, they enter bush, we know, we will start, because the people are together. But he says no more. If we do that, what of our own people that are now singing the songs of Europeans like them? It is them that we run, go and report. Do you see how things fell apart? Do you see it? The people, they came, they turned our people against us. When we are talking about how Ottoman Danfodio conquered Hausas, it is the same thing, exactly the same thing. They came, they turned us, carry Bible, give to our people, accepted, some of our people accepted, and now started calling others unbelievers. Are you getting it? Calling their own brothers infidel. That is written in the Bible. Is it a book of Galatians? Yoke not yourself with unbelievers. So who is the unbeliever? Your brother. Your brother that you are with right from birth. in Okonko, Neriji. I could remember Iriji, Iga Umure Neriji, Asayin na Ozi in unbelievers. They destroyed our lands. They turned our people against themselves. This man said, according to Chinedu, that dealing with the white people is easy, but the worst is dealing with our own people, because they have followed their path, and these people are now given power. Are you hearing it? Do you see how things fell apart in our land? They said, no, these are evil people that they gave the easier way out of punishment. These are people that were ostracized. Some of them were exiled. What do? You say, no, I committed the Eminem Swala. I committed evil against our land. That's why they ostracize me. That's why no person talks to me. That's why I am in exile. That's why the missionary said, no. Who is a human being? Who are there to ostracize you? What have you done? He said, no, I stole in another person's farm. He said, no, God will forgive you. Jesus Christ, just believe in Jesus Christ. You are saved. Come. He will baptize him. That person sees a very easy way out, and they will empower. He said, I believe. Do you believe? He said, I believe. They carry clothes, give to him, give him Bible, give him power, give him military to go back to his village. That he must go back and install there. If not, the military, they have given him power. Evil man. So they now came and scattered the Lord of our land. Do you see what happened to all the things you are defending? Do you see that? But now people still defending this indefensible. They are here many time. Okay, let us say we can no longer reverse or rewind the history. No, but we can change the present. But people are still, because of one thing or the other, I don't know. This is how this religion took the better part of us day to day. They give the evil people power to come. Our people became surprised. Say, how come this India Merala was in the Munike? If you talk, they call the British military. They will come and kill everybody and burn down the village. And out of fear, people started accepting. Do you accept? Okay, I accept. This is how this thing you are defending today entered our land. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And once, if line opens, if you have contrary opinion, please, I beg you, come up, but be civilized. Because sometimes on the woman, I'm telling you, be civilized in your argument. Because in here, we need to hammer this. Yeah, but this thing brought evil in our land. It brought anarchy in our land. Let me finish playing this.
They would go to Umuru and bring the soldiers, and we would be like Abame. He paused for a long time and then said, I told you on my last visit to Mbanta how they hanged Aneto. What has happened to that piece of land in dispute? Asked Okonkwo. The white man's court has decided that it should belong to Nama's family.
The white, he asked about the land in dispute, which should be settled in our own customary system, according to our system. But white man went. I said, no, they have given it to the wrong person. Do you see how they destroyed our land? They don't understand our system. They don't understand our custom. They don't understand even our language. But they are overriding, overriding. Njọ wezie gba afọ. Ewerezie ya mụọ nna nna anyị. Ọ mụọ nna nna anyị. Nna nna anyị werezie dis njọ mụọ nna anyị. Nna anyị were njọ a mụzie anyị nwa. Anyị nwa na-edefendezi ihe a. Do you see how this thing come into being? When people will come now, they will tell you, and the book of Malachi say, and the book of this say, it becomes a standard. Do you see how it came into being? They eroded everything concerning us. They conquered us. They imposed their system on us. The land that is in dispute that's supposed to go to Mr. Okonkwo, they carry it to go to Mr. Okeke, which is wrong under our normal custom. It shouldn't be. But the white man, they don't. Our concern, I mean, our feeling is not their concern. They give it to anybody they want. Until anarchy becomes the order of the day in our land. People now start compromising to look for power. Because they now see, once you go and join the white man, you have power. They will you start maltreating your own people. Because our people know how to maltreat their own. Siding white people, siding strangers. The same thing, the same mistake Hausas did, and today they are in slavery, in Fulani slavery. The same mistake. That is what we did, and we continue doing it. Instead of coming back, restoring our mindset and say, look, it shouldn't be like this. This thing has been written on books, said, preached every day, but you see our people. Some of our people is this: they don't care about reason. They don't care about the logic, the reason you are bringing, the logic, the sense you are making. That is not their problem. What matters to them is I will never be seen to fall or to open my hand. No, I block my now. There where you there, make a day where I there. Some of them will continue on this struggle. Anyway, maybe and a chair of Jesus, but now I fight for Biafra restoration. Again, I say, what a confused set of human beings. No, the world will come to an end, but you are fighting for freedom. Is it not deceiving yourself? It's a deception. You must choose a path. As a man, be a man. Choose a path. That's it. If you believe that the world will, so you are waiting for the trumpet, you can even leave the straw. Just what is the need of getting Biafra? Whereby maybe before Biafra come, the world have trumpet have sound, rapture have called, according to you. Listen, please.
Who had given much money to the white man's messengers and interpreter. Does the white man understand our custom about land?
No way.
How can he, when he does not even speak our tongue? But he says that our customs are bad.
He says that our customs are bad. No, he cannot even understand our customs. He cannot even understand our language. Today they are deciphering hieroglyphic writing in Shibiti, in present day Masri, Egypt. And they are discovering many things, hiding it. But they say our custom is bad. Do you see the gospel of colonialism? That is it. Gospel of colonialism.
And our own brothers who have taken up his religion also say that our customs are bad. How do you think we can fight when our own brothers have turned against us? The white man is very clever. He came peaceably and quietly with his religion. We were amused at his foolishness and allowed him to stay. Now he has won our brothers, and our clan can no longer act like one. He has put a knife on the things that held us together, and we have fallen apart.
Of course. The people that match them are Japanese. When they came to Japan with their nonsense preaching, there is one person to save you, they come to save you. Japan watched them. Within 5 months, they have built 15,000 churches in Japan. They say, nah, And their people started, once you enter that religion, there is a Maya Banagananya, you become like a drug addict. They start turning against their shrines, burning their shrines. The Japanese kings said, no, this thing cannot happen. If we allow this, in the next 100 years, we are gone as a people. And they turned to stop the thing. They waged the war to stop it. And they stopped it. They stopped the madness. They eradicated the religion. Any family, the foreign religion, because you cannot come from thousands of kilometers in order to teach me how to worship my creator. Does it make sense? Which means I'm not a real human being. Because if I'm a real human being, I will know all these things. If God speaks words, okay, let us assume, okay, he have words. So it's you, thousands of kilometers, he will send message to come and give to us. He didn't see it necessary for even one person among us to write that book and throw it down from heaven. So yeah, take. We have customs. We are moving as a people. We are progressing. All of a sudden, they say everything we are doing was bad, and we accept. Does it make sense? No, I'm asking those that are listening to me. Does it make sense? Don't stop playing pranks. Be candid. Does it make sense? Let me continue. Accountability could also be created with answerability, culpability, liability, and the expectation of account giving. That is accountability. When when somebody is answerable, when he is what do you call it, when he is liable. Are you hearing me? When the person is responsible, that is accountability. But this religion came and removed accountability in our land. Are you hearing what I'm saying? In the context of religious teachings, none holds the clergy, mostly the clergy, accountable. None, nobody. Pastor Adoboye, let me give an example of what happened last few days. Pastor Adoboye apologized for wrongly teaching about tithe. This thing also happened, I think many of the, is it Benny Hills? What is this one? $1 or something dollar? The American preacher. Many of them came, no, what I thought for decades is wrong. And the people say, oh, man of God, even he is very simple and loyal. He is a good person by coming to apologize self. Oh, there is no accountability. Because if there is accountability, there will be punishment. Now, as I said, Pastor Adeboye apologized for wrongfully teaching about tithe, which he gained from billions of naira. He gained from. Was he held accountable for misleading the public? Is there any punishment for him? The answer is no. Because for religion, he should never be judged. Judge not for you not to be judged. It's in Matthew chapter 7 verse 1. It's there. It's the standard. Is what you are preaching. Judge not for you not to be judged. So why should he be judged? He have, maybe because of all those teaching, he led many people even to their early grave, because people pay tithe for using their mega money and cannot meet up with some issues, and they died maybe of a heart attack or for different things because of the money they have paid. But this man now came, apologized, and the other day I was reading some comments. I was saying, hey, this man, oh, he's very down to earth human being. Oh, look at how he apologized. Oh, daddy, you will live long. That's why I say you see black race, we merit the suffering we are until we rise up and do something about it. And that is why IPOB is leading it. We merit it. Our mentality is fundamentally flawed. That is what Mazi started to change, and that is why they are holding him, because he tried to change the mentality of black Homo erectus, Neanderthals. Why? Who are you? Leave them to continue languishing in penury. That is what they want. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So that when you get a visa to go to London, oh, praise the Lord, you go give offering, go give testimony. Don't you think that it makes them happy? They are superior to you. Don't you know that? It's what they want you to continue. But they don't want people like us in IPOB preaching that no, it's a cause for us to run into exile. And they are telling you that, oh, Jesus will give you visa. And you are paying and praying for. So when the Europeans, the people that are giving, that you want to come to their country, when they are looking at this in the social media, looking at the pastor saying that it is a miracle for you to get visa to come to their land, how do you make them feel when you come to their land? When they see a black person in Germany, in their street, they will look at you and say, you are lucky. Look at you. It's a miracle you come here. They look at you that you are inferior. That is why I say we merit what you are suffering until we change. Today there is no room for petting. I'm telling you, because our mentality is flawed. They erased everything concerning our right mentality, and things fell apart. And job it become our tradition till death. They burn us with this, and we continue performing it. We must change it. We must change the status quo. That is genuine freedom, genuine liberation. That is what it means. It's what Mazi has been preaching. That is why, because they are afraid of people, somebody opening people's eyes. They are afraid. They can give you anything for making people sleep, giving people overdose, sedation, as all these that the Jews. The West can kiss them, giving them anything they want, anything they want. I think one pastor said that Nigerian bank now, he said, let him come. He said that the Jew, let him come. They give him loan. Billions of naira loan. His collateral will be crusades. He will be holding crusades everywhere and conventions, because they know that money, is crowdfunding. Our people are no longer interested in funding what benefits us really. They are funding churches. They are building churches, funding that the Jews to go private jets, to buy the highest car in the world. That is what our people are interested in. Now, that is why I ask, do you think that these people will merit pity at all? We merit our suffering until we change. That is it. Look at our IPOB. We are shouting for funding. Come fund us. We are doing practical things, waiting on fighting insecurity in our land, fighting the Fulani headsmen that are coming to our land, destroying our farm, trying to bring good life to our people. That is what we are agitating. Our people, do they hear it? But tomorrow, call boom. Hey, Jesus will bless you. Hey, you see people coming. And they're gonna happen. People that are like this, do you think that they merit pity? No. I have concluded no until we change. We don't merit it. No pity. Don't pity. No pity. We merit our suffering until we start real change. Are you hearing me? Do you think the concussions, the Europeans are not watching in the social media? How? Just watch, go and look at all these free-to-air satellites. Africa, look at it. What food there is religious program, religious channels, religion. Jesus will do it. Do it. They give you our own channel, our own radio Biafra. They rejected it to put it in the channel because they don't want anything that will be opening people's eyes. They want, what they want is receive blessing. Oh, you receive it. Oh, you receive it. Oh, that is what the Caucasians want. They want you, and they will be progressing, stealing everything you have, building spacecraft, going to another. Any day they found out that they can easily travel to another planet and live there, have a colony there. Before God and man, they will destroy this world with a nuclear bomb, nuclear weapon. Mark what I'm saying. It might not be in our generation. They will once they if they start going, for example, Mars, having colony in Mars, no more. Forget it. Africa, you can. It's no more like swimming Mediterranean Sea, crossing Sahara Desert. Can you fly? Can you fly? They will go there and populate there, and now after we don't want anything here on planet Earth. Everything will destroy. Once it's destroyed, they will stay there maybe for another 50 years for the whole radioactivity to finish. Everybody will finish before they will start coming down to repopulate the earth. That is the plan, the grand plan, for your information. So I know we must continue. We must continue. So as I was saying, I gave example with a pastor that apologized. Is there any punishment for him? The answer is no. For religion, he should never be judged, because it is written, judge not for you not to be judged. Look at it's in the book of Matthew chapter 7 verse 1. So how can you judge? You guys say no, don't judge. You don't judge. Remember, I talk about accountability and law. Where there is no accountability, there is no rule of law. It's anarchy. That is anarchy. That is why all these Jews, all these religious imams, and they are shitting everywhere in India. They are doing anything they want. They use a quotation. Matthew chapter 7 verse 1 said, judge not for you not to be judged. And you keep quiet. I say anyway, it's not for you to judge, it's for God. How can you be in a world controlled by human beings and you are living it for an unseen spirit? Are you not stupid? That's why I say this should be married to what we are suffering now until we start changing. That's it. And IPOB is spearheading it. Okay, he should never be held to account for his actions here on earth, because after all, judgment comes only after death. It's also written in the book of Hebrews chapter 9. Unto man to die once, and after that judgment. So it's after death. They make everything very easy for you, because we always like shortcuts. No, behave as you want. Don't worry. After only when you die, that time, there will be judgment after that. So, as a religious person, you're already saved. So as a saved human being, you don't need any person to even judge you. Do you know that all this mentality was in Europe during the medieval period? European medieval. Do you know that? Christianity was in command in Europe. Everywhere. Even the Mumu past Africans that time. But the time came, they started changing mentality, asking questions, as we are starting to ask. It led to wars, for your information. It led to wars in Europe, after which wars, revolutions, after which they relegated the religion to the situation you are enjoying today. They no longer, religion no more. It caused people to fight. People sacrifice for it. But what you are seeing, when I say people, no, is it not the same religion here in Europe that is in Africa? Now, why is that? They fought they fought hard in order to relegate the power of that religion. They fought it. It didn't come like that naturally, no? So, you don't think that you will eat your cake and have it, or the world is a bed of roses. You will just command and everything will be. No. It is asking questions. It is painful. It can make you cause you pain, but that is the sacrifice. You must reason. You must start using your frontal lobe. Your pineal gland must open in order to absorb and ask questions about what is happening. Because it's not normal. Are you hearing me? Okay. Now, let me continue quick. Lack of accountability breeds impunity. Because impunity is when you are not answerable to anybody. Like what is happening in Nigeria. You are not answerable to anybody. You are above the law. So it's impunity. You do as you want. Another person do as he likes. After all, now you burn me. After all, now you give me, now you pay my ticket. After these useless questions some of our people used to ask. Now leave me, now you burn me. Now you pay for my ticket. Now you defeat me. So you must be feeding me in order to give me advice or to tell me the right thing. This is a very disorderly mentality. Lack of accountability breeds impunity, corruption, disorder, and lack of advancement. Law is to regulate behavior to a community standard. Listen, a community standard. Therefore, a community standard can sometimes enter into it can collide with your individual standard. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Sometimes communities, regulations, and standards can collide, can be against your personal behavior or standard. But community overrules. That is why there is law is for the community. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But Romans 6:14 says, "For you are not under the law." I'm quoting, "For you are not under the law, but under grace." Also, Isaiah chapter 1 verse 18 says, "Though your sin be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they are red as crimson, they shall be as wool." That is white wool. That is why you see a kidnapper. He will go and meet a pastor, start a testimony. "Oh, I killed many souls, but I now repent." And the people shout, "Hallelujah, he repented." Let me tell you, there is nothing like repenting. It goes with the measured. Every crime must be punished for a land to be purified. For a land to be, every crime, every offense has its punishment. As I said that, community standard, community law sometimes must collide with it. Let me give you an example. If, for example, in a community there is a road that maybe the maximum speed is 50 kilometers per hour, 50 miles per hour, for example, but you are in a hurry, you are going to your appointment late or your work late, you have to drive where you drove maybe 70, 60. Do you think that when radar catches you, they will tell you, you will say no, you guys say no, I'm in a hurry, no, I have work to do, and they will just say okay, because no, the law is the law. You will pay the fine, you will suffer the consequence. That is the law. Therefore, sometimes in the community, the law is to make, to control the community for communal interest, not for individual interest. That is why law does not look at anybody's face. When you look at that distinct balance, the distinct of justice, the person carrying the balance, her eyes are blindfolded, so he doesn't see who is striking. That is what it means. But they have used religion to tell you that, look, even if your sin is as black as Erebus, as scarlet, that once you believe, they give you a very, very easy way out. But just confess that Jesus Christ is your Lord and finish. You are no more judgment. Do you see where they brought problems in our land? They give you something very easy. Be careful. Free gift, easy gift from our colonizers. Be careful. There is no free meal in Freetown. They give you free gift. You kneel down, pray, just say, confess. I say, and I will, no more, no judgment for you again. No person can tell you, oh, you have sinned. Your sin is forgiven. Who tell you that? In our core value, in our tradition, every crime, every offense, every sin is punishable. That is the forgiveness there. Forgiveness is the measured punishment, corresponding punishment. That is it. That is it. And that is how it is. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So they came with this message in order to destroy our cohesion, to destroy who we are, so that I now pushy, so that we continue behaving like farm animals, people that have no law. Imagine how the missionaries came to our land and empowered the evil people in our land, calling them that they are now the good people, giving them power against the people, the custodians of the law in our land. Don't you see how painful it is? And this is what we are holding to today. This is what we are defending to today. It makes us lesser human beings, I'm telling you. Even the people that brought this into us, they no longer you cannot live a standard of the thousands of years this thing in order to be using it as a standard in the 21st century. It doesn't work, and it is not our thing. For your information, it is not our thing. We must say it. We must preach this gospel. Oh yeah, Chineke. Oh yeah, that is the liberation. Because for genuine physical liberation, there must be, mental liberation first. If not, flag independence, nothing more. Okay? Let me rush. Law is to regulate behavior to a community standard. But Romans 6:14 says, for you are not under the law, but under grace. So how can a member of community, my own brother that have accepted this foreign religion as we were before, how can he now accept to be regulated under our community standard? He will call other people unbelievers, infidel. The same thing the fallen is calling you, and you are shouting. Are you hearing me? The same thing they are calling you, and you are shouting, but you are calling it your brother. Do you see my annoyance? You are calling your brother. Oh, he's not going to the same church with you. Not that he's even not going to church, but he's not going to the same church with you. He's an unbeliever. Hey, onye asef you agadan amam dey bear mashi just for nothing. I know, just for nothing. You break ash. Oh, one nigga, your own brother again. I know now, even the same struggle. Oh, break ash. For you to understand how how profound this thing is, or the very deep, very, very deep. But we must continue. Religion gives green light to commit crimes as long as you believe and confess to their creed, because that is the only way. This is in contrast to our traditional values and way of life. In our tradition, there is no room to condone sin or crime, because it is against the land, it is against community standard. And there are punishments depending on the type and degree of the crime. That is why today in Saudi Arabia, there are crimes somebody will commit. They will bring you out in broad daylight. I think every Friday there's one mosque, one central place. They will blindfold you and use one heavy sword and chop off your neck in the presence of everybody. That is their system. You cannot blame them. That is their standard. America, after all, some states in America are still electrocuting or lethal injection. That is it. Are you hearing me? Death is death. Punishment is punishment. Some are being sentenced to life imprisonment without any possibility of parole. That is punishment. The degrees of punishment, there are different degrees of punishment depending on the people supposed to value. But they came, they caused wahala. They said, no, judge not. That's why everybody now, I'm called as a pastor. Only one and lie a pastor. I got pastor, Reverend Father. Najo, come jukene. Ndi ụkọchukwu, ndị Reverend Father bikon. Na-ada alụnwa ike uru ha bara. Ọkwa asụ ajụjụ ka m na-ajụ, maybe a line mbili. Nwa ịmụta. Nothing. Had it been your father did not bear you, get you as a son, you wouldn't even be existing, talk less of being Reverend Father. But you just block your lineage, both sister, Reverend Sister. And what I'm asking is this: what about, there's this debate that sometimes it goes on in Catholic Church, in the papacy, in the Vatican. What of a time will come that we remove this lead that okay, Reverend Father should now start marrying? Well, then what of those millions of our people that are Reverend Fathers and sisters that didn't marry, that have died? Or do you see that the religion is manipulation? Is man-made. It's a human being that decides, not any spirit. Tomorrow, Catholic Pope can come out and say, okay, I have seen it that now Reverend Fathers no more. Is it a communism or what do they? Bachelor, no more bachelor. That they should marry if they want. Go on, that onye nwoke bagoro na nwanyị bagoro na menopause. What will he? Can you give me? Let us come back to our senses and do our own thing. That is the only solution. This world we are follow, we follow everywhere. In any religion, we follow. Manufacturing, we don't. We follow, we consume. Follow this world, follow. You order 2022 Range Rover model. I mean 2024, even 2025 Range Rover model. You cannot produce it. Your country doesn't produce it, but you are boasting with it. Does it make you a normal human being? Okay. Our tradition imposes different forms of punishments as consequences to dissuasion. Remember, dissuasion. To dissuade the crimes. Some of all these punishments could be exile, sending to exile, because we didn't have a prison. It doesn't mean that maybe as the world developed and we continued in our own tradition, we could also imbibe prison. After all, now in some places there are offenders that no longer enter into prison, but they wear electronic band, so that their movement will be limited. Are you hearing me? That after so time you must be at home, and they are seeing it in the computer because they have GPS. So that is, is development. It depends on the crime. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So let us understand this, that we had all these things. We would have developed our own way, our own system, but we were rudely interrupted and everything was destroyed. And when you try to preach to our people, some of them will come, no, okay, you want us to go back to do the... I say, what set of people are these? If you were building a house, maybe 30 years, your father built a house and couldn't complete it. In our land, much rain, it will turn green. Reaching lintel level, it will turn green because of all these mosses. And all these biological materials, fungus and all the rest of them, it will turn green, and there might be a dumping site for garbages, people living around, because it's an uncompleted structure. Any day After 30 years, you still, okay, you want to go and start building there, you must face that date, that garbage. You must face all the reptiles that are there. So you must go there, hire people, say, I beg, remove Manshana and you there. You know, you must face it. You cannot, because of it, you throw it away, say, nah, I no longer need it. Any person that wants, let it carry. Even if you sell it, the person must still face that reality there. So our tradition was we are left moribund. That is why when people look at it, they say, because where we stopped was far. Where they rudely stopped us was very, very far. So people look at it as something that has grown moss. So how can we go back there? No. But I say, why do you like something already made? You must face your reality. Go back there. Now make it war here. That is what we are doing. So stop thinking like this. That when we talk about our tradition, he say, so you must go start living in forest. No, that is not what it means. Our way of life, we have core values. The way we eat, the way we dress, the way we marry, the way everything concerning our life. But because that is what religion, that is religion. The word religion came out only on 16th century of yesterday. Do you know that? It's after the Reformation, after Protestant. Martin Luther of Germany. That is when the word religion busted out. There was nothing like religion before as a word. It was people's culture. That is what tradition only. Because religion is the same thing as culture. Because it takes everything about your life. That is why you see a Christian say, I don't drink. I'm a born again. Because that is, he is being shaped by the religion. It's a culture, it's people's way of life, it's people's culture. That is what is transformed into that word, religion. Are you hearing me? So it is the same thing as culture. Culture is all depending how you behave. So you must make laws. You know, Saudi Arabia is progressing today. They don't have the same system with the United Kingdom. Are you hearing me? India is progressing. They don't have the same system with America. No. China is advancing. They don't have the same system with Germany. Everybody have their own system, different systems. But their destination is advancement, progress. That is it. As long as you are progressing in your own way, you're okay. You don't need to come and preach to me, force me, say I must be in your own system, in order, because without me being in your own system or be using your own system, I cannot progress. It's life from the pit of hell. That is what Africans cannot. They don't understand it. They thought that it is only through Western. When they talk about civilization, they mix civilization with Westernization. That is, they mix these two. Western culture is different from civilization. Everybody can attain civilization through different means. Japan, they train themselves in their traditional system. Japan have shrines everywhere. Are you hearing me? Like South Korea, but they are developed. They have respects. They have, they have their system. It's not like the Europeans. The Europeans have their own systems also. So, development or advancement does not come only through one system. No. As I said, China have proven it. So, okay. Now, let me conclude. Our tradition imposes different forms of punishments or consequences to dissuade crimes, not encouraging people. Religion came and encourage, say, even if your sin is your crime is as black as scarlet or as red, you kill, that you can still be forgiven. This is making people even to look down on crimes. You commit crimes, you say, after all, you're running to church, no problem. But our tradition, because of the consequences, you dissuade people from committing it. When you think about now, when you commit this thing, how shame, you will be exiled. I'm talking of Mwebuo. You will be in exile. Everybody will know that, oh, you did this. That thing will make you not to commit that crime. That is dissuasion. Are you hearing me? When they will, you'll be ostracized. You will be in a village, in a community, but no person talks to you. If you go to farm, no person helps you to lift your bucket or nketegi. No person salutes you. If you go to stream, no person helps you. People will food there, but no person salutes you. And if you salute people, no person answers. They will just be, you are there, but no person sees that you are there. That is ostracization. So when you look at all these consequences, punishments, you say no. You behave yourself. That is dissuasion. But when they tell you that, oh, Christ have died for your sin, the price have been paid, so you are no more a sinner, so don't worry, you do anything you want. That is exactly what it means. As long as you believe, they use something very easy. Just believe. It's very easy now. I believe. Confess after me. Do you believe? I believe. Oh, you are born again. What? Okay. Our tradition imposes different forms of punishments and as consequences to dissuade crimes, whereas foreign religion provides a very simple leeway for crimes to fester in our land. Just believe that Jesus Christ is Lord, and sometimes make confessions of your sins. Therefore, no human should judge you. This is simply the colonizers' method of destroying our values and virtues by promoting impunity and lawlessness. This anarchy gave them the needed occasion to take over our land and impose their own standard for righteousness. That is why they have the impunity to come to our land and say, no, what you are doing, you are worshiping idol. And you take it as standard. What is it? No, because they say it, you are worshiping idol. Who gave them the right to be the standard of our virtue? Come on. They came to our land only 15th century. That is when they came to Africa. Before that time, thousands of years we have been living. People, we have been living our lives, being organized. And now they come to tell you, no, what you are doing is evil, and you accept it. And today you are using that standard to judge your fellow brother. You call unbeliever. No, who are you? Where do you get that harshape? Where do you get that word? From the standard of our colonial masters, the colonizers. Shame unto us as a people. I'm telling you, shame unto us. And that is why we are suffering until we change our mentality. A nation can never advance without law and total implementation of her law, without fear or favor, irrespective of personality. Their law must also be in accordance to their core values. But in our land today, there are people that are above the law, mostly the clergy, politicians, clergy. I'm talking of the clergy. When TB Joshua this thing collapsed, people were defending him. Notwithstanding that the house, I think that house, they said they give him the license to build whether 2-story building he declared, but he went there whether he built 4 or 5-story building. And people were defending him. He's a man of God. The judge not, touch not my anointed. Do you see the foolishness? And people died. Today, what happened? Nothing. No punishment. Because even the same people, the population are defending. This is what the Europeans want. And that is why our land is in tatters. The crimes festering our land today is due to the destruction of our way of life. The restoration of Biafra remains the solution to restoring our values, virtues, self-esteem, dignity, and genuine independence. When you see the crimes that are going on in our land today, look at how our people, our young ladies, will now be going to donate their female eggs. Do you know that if it is normal, our normal tradition, none of them, fear will not allow any person now. Akwadogi in the community, train Ogi in the village as you in our own way. Who are you? You cannot do it. Never. You will not do it. But they destroyed our tradition, our culture. In nothing, and when see nothing, everybody is behaving as he wants. No person talks to nobody. Are you hearing me? What people hears is the language of Ibutike, the language of money, and our people now anyhow. But the restoration, this mental emancipation, we put on hold all these. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines so that people will start calling. Please do not go away. I know I took a little time, but do not go away. I will be right back. Do not go away.
Our first satellite, radio satellite, was an Israeli company. When Nigerian government stepped in, they didn't even pay us breach of contract, breach of anything. The Nigerian government, the Israeli told us we have sold the satellite. They sold it to Dangote company registered in America, $14 million. They take us off. When they sold it, they take us off. We were not having Radio Biafra. We started to search. We went to American satellites. All these satellites carrying Love World, all these people, we went to them. The Christian channels in America, tell them about our story. We go, all of them, think of any Christian channels that all the satellites carrying, even what they call it, Emmanuel Television, all these people carrying their satellite. We went all of them, they refused. They will not carry our subjects, Biafra matter. That our issue, because many of them were part of what happened to us. They know it's opening an old wound. They refuse. And I'm not going to mention the name of the country. Most of you are coming on social media to talk about. They are the one who gave us this satellite. Me and you is talking today. Here. They are the one that said, they have killed you people enough. You need to speak up. We give it to you. Nigerian government disturbed them. They said, we are not cutting this system. We don't care any amount of money you bring. We are not cutting their system. Israel did not do it for you. America did not do it for you. Britain did not do it for you. Your leader went, the moment your leader went, I am not finished that one. After 1 year plus, your leader went, Israel went and arrested the IPOB coordinator in Israel. Their lawyers continue to seek money from him, from that, from this, from that. Maybe he didn't spend money. The money paid to the Israeli lawyers with their law more than $30,000. After 1 year in detention, the Israeli government, Eritrean refugees were there. Every one of you saw the Eritrea, they said those ones are international refugees. A Biafra national coordinator in IPOB, Israel deported him. Many of you don't know. Because they know they are holding Mazi and they cannot. Gradually they want to. Ask anybody in Israel, how many years you have been in Israel? Israel have refused to grant any Biafran asylum to date. Unless Mahagenya tomorrow morning, or they gave it as I started this program. What kind of friendship is that? What kind of people are we dealing with? I am asking Biafrans. I am not telling you go and fight Israel. I'm not going to go and talk about Israel. But what I'm telling you is that lower the expectation you are having towards people who don't care about you. Lower the expectation. You can't be expecting something where as Israel was fighting the Arab war, all the bombs they collected from the war, 1968, was sold. Israel sold it to Nigeria. Those mortar bombs, it was used against us. Yes, there are Israelites that supported us, philanthropists. It was an individual, but not a government policy to support us. People supported us. For example, today, there may be some Yoruba who may come out individually to support. They love what Biafrans are doing. They support us. It doesn't mean that the whole Yoruba is supporting us as a policy.
Mazi, there are some few Yorubas that fought under Biafra. Not only Banjo, for your information. People don't know this. They fought on Biafra with Biafra against Nigeria. Go on, Mazi.
That is it. There are Hausa people, they don't know what is happening for us. It doesn't mean that the Hausa people as a policy or the Fulani, they want to support us. They will come and kill us. Of course, they are made in. Even as we said, the British did us. Many British citizens do not like what is happening to us. So I'm saying enough of sin. That is why I'm telling you people, every one of you, let me say it here. Every one of you, some you are carrying. If you go to Malaysia, you carry Israeli flag. You go to Indonesia. The question is this: are these countries friendly with Israel? What message are you passing by carrying the flag? You know these are countries that are in a. Do you think that Malaysia will see you and have any sympathy for you for carrying their flag? In 2022, IPOD, remember that Cote d'Ivoire is a country that supported Ojukwu, supported us during the Biafran Civil War. They recognized us. But Ojukwu also took his refuge in Cote d'Ivoire. But I'm telling you, one of these years, as Chinedu was in rendition, our IPOB family in Cote d'Ivoire were celebrating 30th May. The government gave them a place. Ignorantly, they carried the Israeli flag and put in the stadium where they are making. Message went to the government. They send army and come and evacuate us. Who asked us to put Israeli flag? Now I ask all you Biafra, is it in our advantage or in our disadvantage? Why are we making enemies with people we don't have problem because of another people? Why? What is your benefit? Why are you being hated for something that happened to another person? Why do you put yourself inside? That is my question. That is what I continue to ask. I continue to ask you people, don't you follow events of things? That this is first time Israel is having their problem in their area, and they know Biafran is killed in the north. Cartoon will happen somewhere, we will be killed. Anything happen, we will be killed. Reasons, we go to take up issues we know little or nothing about. And we come and present ourselves as the main enemy. You go to the church, you see pastors preaching Israel, this, Israel, brother, pray for Israel. And their enemy, in the backyard of their enemy, and they will attack you. You start saying, they have killed me, oh, they have killed me, oh, they killed me because of. After killing you, all of you they have killed in the name of Israel. Have Israel paid any one of you compensation? Have they even recognized that you have been killed because of them? Have they even talked to you and said, we heard what happened to you? Have they? No. You are nobody. You are the one. It's just like Dangote is my friend. Though. You don't know who Dangote is. You continue to kill yourself and disturb yourself. Obi Kubana, my guy. You didn't even meet him. He have never been talking to you. This guy is my. You didn't. Bill Gates is my friend. Though. You have not seen him. That is one of the problems we are having. And I will tell you people something to wrap up this connection so that we will know who our. I am asking you, can anybody in Biafra land tell me those who had made money from Israel? Call one person before this program finish. Tell me those, our people who travel to Israel either on business and this thing and become well known. And how many are they? You know, when things are happening, people want us. This is not 1967, 1968. We need to be very careful in how we handle. We must remember that the Africans are all over the world. When you are 10 or 20, you are in Israel. You want to go and make protest, you support Israel, you take the name of every one of them.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alu province of Biafra Land. We are here live and direct. Today is the 12th day of October 2024. Remember, we are live and direct. Our lines are now open. Remember, if you have contrary opinion or another historical fact, please bring it out here. This is no more the time to play pranks or to add to our sentiments. No. Kill sentiments and it will be well with you. That is the thing. Therefore, if you have contrary opinion, you call and we debate to learn. That is it. Don't come here to rant. Let me tell you, you want me. If you come for us to, debate to learn, I learn from you, you learn from me, I have no problem about it. Because we can learn symbiotically. There is no problem about it. But when you come here with the sentiment, I don't care. We must continue. Our lines are now opened. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I have callers already lining up. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me, please? You are the first caller. Start by giving us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi,
please.
Mazi, Apamo, I wish him na Obodo Puta, wishing from Moscow.
Udode, Ganiro.
Mazi, you discuss both the topic and then sometimes
I don't know in a use any gadget in a use, please remove it. On your voice now draw if you go in, come out, because here we want to capture everything somebody is saying.
Okay, Mazi,
he's better now. He is better now, highly better. Go on.
Mazi, sometimes if we listen to this thing, we'll be sober to ourselves because of this history people here. And here Allah you are. And the high chogani mayor or upon you. But then we am to you, John, only one contribution to him. Mazi, this Mazi, hello.
Yeah, Mazi, Ganiro, ma'am, there is a noise. I don't know. Go on, but go on.
Mazi, please, what is MOM to you? Anyone wants to get from? Everybody listening to us now. Everybody an IPOP and also underbody family. Actually, these Igbo communities all over the world, whether in Kenya or these Igbo communities, what are they doing to Ali? What are their impacts to Ali? Is it a Bob like Kadra? I asked Okaiba Sulu Ishago Jinda mmadụ otaide, jinda mmadụ na Igbo. We are also promoting our culture. But then we want suggestion to suggest. Everybody no ga ihe niile nkuzi. Over time ka this organization no diaspora ha nwe ha ga-eme na ala Igbo. Ekwume about this agricultural revolution. Owurube mgbe ha ga-anụ ha sit down see ele impact ha ga-eme to our youth. Ihe mega na ala Igbo na too much. And if these people bring hands together, ihe mega na ala Igbo ga-akwụsị. Oshi na ama people mega ihe because of unemployment enwe ọrụ nọ. Everybody know now enwe ihe ahụ ga. The government has failed us. The federal government has failed us. The state government has failed, and everybody is seeing it. But our brothers, I want to abroad, everywhere, where Igbo organization all over the world, we don't want to do anything. Okay, even when you put na Thursday, you put about onye gara na onye yotani kidnap na 200 million. But I need to abroad, man, kitchen. Ucho na atọ anyị la na ala Igbo ayịwa eleghị anyị ga-eme ala Igbo dị mma otu niile ha dị organization ndị elu onwe rube mgbe a ga-asị ngwa anyị chọrọ ịzụ 100 acres of land like na Imo State anyị chọrọ enwe ha chọrọ ịkọ ha enwe ha chọrọ ịkọ maybe anyị chọrọ ịkọ cassava. Let's give this an example. anyị chọrọ plant this thing. That thing now that organization maybe on them na UK mere ya maybe ndị nu na UK so ha ga-hold Imo State ha ga-akọ ihe n'Imo State ha ga-akọ cassava. Ndị nu na America say nga ha ga-agara Abia State ha zụrụ ala na Abia State ha ga-akọ ihe Igbo. After everything they will share it to everybody. Yeah, easy for everybody. But ya we need to pay ego na that church ha to pay ego arụ me show our brother make a program. Ndị na America with a 3.something billion. When people are suffering, people are dying. But I care about our welfare. If we have service, and we should think about civilization. And we should put about civilization. This civilization. Okay, not give me a really. Okay, 2 December, but it's all right. He created some people. Are you civilized? Why other people are suffering? Mazi, you am to you what that.
No, you're on the right spot. There. It's okay. The issue is this. There, Mazi. There. Thank you very much. Thank you. The issue is this. Our people has not risen to the mental standard of holding political views. And there is something I want us to understand, this that we must be forced to have that mentality, like our brother said, Igbo this and that everywhere, all around the world. We must be forced. And what is that force? What is happening in our land, it will affect each and every one of us to the extent that it is now we will start asking, now what are we going to do? Just like the thing is, the Igbo hatred is everywhere. It's affecting everybody. It's affecting everybody. You understand? Even if our so-called billionaires, Igbo billionaires doing different businesses in Nigeria, if they tell you what they are going through, you will marvel. What they are fighting, you will marvel. You understand me? So, but what will galvanize us is this Igbo hatred, catastrophe that will affect each and every one of us one by one. We make us start saying, now, what is happening? Now, let us gather. What made our people to start fighting? By force. In 1967. Because it concerned everybody. Nobody talks of now again. Nobody talks about Ibutike again. No, they said now we have to save ourselves, or otherwise all of us will die. It will come. It will force our people. Now, in different Igbo communities, Igbo meetings, when you raise the issue of maybe what is happening in our land, they tell you, no, we don't want politics here. No. Okay, they want to do project where IPOB will spearhead or who will behold the money. All those nonsense questions. But a time will come when to everybody will be bearing the brunt. Now watching tonight, all people can now. Agazi na meeting weze onye kwute okwu ime marriage asị na hapụ kene marriage ọ kana agba na bayi na-ekwu okwu ime ihe marriage ikupụta nwa. So it is that. Remember what galvanized the Jews you are seeing today into looking for their land, into looking for a land that they will call their own, is the Second World War. It touched them. Before that war, in late 19th century, people came up with what they call Zionist movement. Started in Russia. The so-called Jewish elites and intellectuals said, now what are these miscreants doing? They said, no, let us, what we are seeing, they started hammering, say, let us look about how we are going to galvanize ourselves. The people that felt that they are okay, that they are in Austria-Hungarian Empire government, that they are in German government, that they are, they are close to Italian prime minister, they are special. So what is it? These people, they're even fighting against their own people. But the hammer that break the camel's bone came during the Second World War. It affected all of them, both the intellectuals, both high-ranking Jewish military officials. They rounded them up. If they see you a Jew, they make you wear star of David as a sign, so that somebody within 1 kilometer you'll be seen. They disgrace. They take them, mass slaughter them. Now, what was the matter with Hassan now? After the war season now, we have to look for our collective video. It is coming now. Don't worry, it is coming. Time will come. Anywhere you are, in America, we are shouting for money. They keep quiet. I can imagine a time will come on now. Every people will start. It will be forced. It's by force. It happens like that. Our people were massacred in the north, in the west, everywhere. In 1966, no abode for them. No more people that we are thinking that they were untouchable. They are military officers, high-ranking officers. They were rounded up, massacred. Businessmen, as long as you are an Igbo man, you are massacred. Nothing. They say, oh boy, no person ever talked about now what they will get privately. They say now we have to fight to save ourselves, otherwise all of us will die. It is coming. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me, Mazi? Caller on signal. Are you there? Caller on signal. Mazi Akas. Can you hear me? There we'll go on, please.
Give you the strength to keep on educating our people with this hard truth. I used to say it, if you bring emotion and your emotion and your ignorant mind here in Radio Biafra, you can't withstand the truth that is pouring out from this pulpit, because these so-called weak Christianity practice people that is in our place. Some of them, sometimes when you ask them to come here, they are running away. They don't want to come, because you can't withstand this thing if you don't have an open mind. It doesn't matter what you believe. You have to wear the garment of truth before you can be able to stand what is coming out in Radio Biafra. And this is what makes us strong every day, Mazi. The more we are hearing this thing, the more stronger we become. The more tough we become. The more strong garment we keep on wearing to make sure that this fight we are in, we are not going to back down until that day when we are going to, sing songs of praise to give Chukwuka praise for what he have done by making us to realize what we are fighting for, which is restoration of Biafra.
Before I proceed, Mazi Jonathan Nwachineke, I want to let our people know my name is Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria, and I'm serving the indigenous people of Biafra as IPOB Austria National PRO. Mazi Jonathan, you have spoken at length this night, and according to them, according to their Bible, they said, "Let those that are here, let them hear." What we are doing is just to educate our people, to make them understand what is coming. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started this since years and years and years here in Radio Biafra. A lot of us wake up and said we want to join him to make sure that what we are fighting for will be actualized. And even before he was kidnapped, extraordinary rendition to Nigeria, he told us that many will fall out. But there are those who are born even before their father think of even giving their mother the seed to produce them, their pregnancy to come in their mother's womb. We are completely freedom fighters. And these people, you can't deceive them. They cannot stand anywhere there is injustice. They are just being made like that. This is the way they've been structured in their mind. And these are the same people that are remaining now in this critical time. These are the same people that are still standing with IPOB. Those that cannot stand where injustice is, where they are trying to turn the truth upside down. We said no, we are not going to succumb. Here in Radio Biafra, we keep on shouting it. Whether our people like it, they hear it or they don't hear it. People brought it to us. And this thing happened even when most of us have not been born. We are beginning to see it as a way of life. This is not our way of life. Somebody brought it and told us that our own is not good. Somebody from thousands of miles, just the way thousands of miles, came to Africa, brought his own culture to us, and told us that our own is not good. And before they did this thing, they killed many of our people. Subjected them into believing what they don't want to believe by force, under gun and bullets. I think the men of Nigeria are caught through the way they cutted the hands of the Congos by the Belgian I've forgotten his name. King Leopold. This man chopped off the hands of Congolese in thousands, if not in millions. Because if you don't believe what they want you to believe, they will chop up your hands. This is exactly what these people came to do in our land. Force our people just the way they did. The story of things fall apart. They have come and pierced a sword between two brothers. That my brother can no more agree with me because of one chocolate the white man gave to him to lick. Today, when I tell my brother, let's go to right, he said me no, that the master said they should go left. Mazi, you are talking about these people who don't want to support us in what we are doing. Even if you don't want to come out physically, you can also support us secretly. These are the so-called idiotic billionaires that are, Mazi, let me be honest with you. You see some of these people, even that when you have passed through, before one or two or this so-called given that way for them to penetrate to be what they be today. Mazi, give me an idea better. Even this one guy in America, he said, I denounced 50 million 4 times to save my virginity. Because of this man, baby oil everywhere. That he denounced $50 million 4 times from him. This is what is called integrity. One was saying it that some of these people I use baby oil. Some people who might be laughing and think maybe he's joking. He knows what is. These are the reason why these people can sell us. Anything that can bring good thing in our land, Mazi only can be glad this thing of baby oil. How can that such people hear the man? Oh my God, pass me through. He will never agree anything good to come in our land because they have sold their soul to devil. Even it's better they collect it on their own than to allow those things to come to us as the indigenous or the normal people living in the land. And this is why we are shouting here on Radio Biafra, that it doesn't matter what these people are doing. If they want, they should support. If they want, they do not support. A time will come. Only open again by them. Just as you said, Mazi, in 1967, 1970, they are coming again. When it will happen, Mazi, we are already on the ground. We lose nothing. Let them go lose. And that time they will lose it in a very hard way. That time they will know that the same people today who are petting them, who they are answering Dali, you will stand against them and destroy everything they have built for. If you eat him again, IPOB will keep on telling our people, hammering this in every day in their ears. If they want to hear, let them hear. If they don't want to hear, let them leave it. And say somebody, so one white man, but one eye, saying the sins are finished. Everybody. And now, say, yeah, but one body, on your team, on your Mazi, according to what happened to the on your check to one of black people. Yeah, and we'll keep on asking this question. What time would you? What time here? No, Mazi, bless you, my brother. Thank you, Mazi.
Black people that die for the world, even. We are our ancestors. We are shipped. Do you know how many millions of our people that even perished before reaching the new world, which is America today? Do you know how many? We died for them and to save them. Built America, built everywhere in the Americas, built Europe, and now they come, they change the story. I know now Ezioku. Hey, Ezioku. Call on what's up, please go on. Can you hear me? What's up?
Yes, Mazi Chinedu, this is Bunda area. Yeah, calling from the US. Yeah, so I'm actually pessimistic and I beg to differ that evil hatred will galvanize our people. You know, because back then, during the genocide, we had more unity. We were less individualistic, you know, than now. To the point, in a share message to somebody about many zombie. No reaction, no outrage. In a share to somebody, or half year or go, or no reaction. So, and that is because of mental enslavement. Mental enslavement is the worst kind of slavery, worse than enslavement by chain. Sometimes I remember this African Americans, like a joke, and one of their history I see that is when the master is sick, that a slave will say, sir, are we sick? So when you are mentally enslaved, a mentally enslaved person sees himself in the image of the enslaver. Even though there's no chains in your hand, there's no chain on your leg, but you begin to aspire to look like your oppressor unconsciously, you know. And religion is the worst form of mental enslavement. It's harsher, it's much more difficult to get out of than physical enslavement, but it takes much longer to execute, you know. And it's the same thing as religion. You know that now almost all people around the world, their religion is the same thing as their culture. You see, an Arab is a Muslim, but Islam is also his culture. Western European Christianity is their religion, but that Christianity is also their cult. Even in Germany, I think they have a political party called Christian Democrats or something
Yes,
like that.
yes.
Yeah, you see, so you cannot differentiate them from their religion. In cases where the people have taken someone else's religion, they fashion it in their own liking, like Iran. So nobody will, as much as practice Islam, they don't bow down to Saudi Arabia. In fact, they are enemies. You know, but in the bank, when he had also hook, line, and sinker, and then become subservient to the originator of that religion. So, I'm a little bit pessimistic because religion are destroyed when they buy way too much. You know, so I don't know what can wake them up. You know, they think like the master. I ran into a young lady, Linda Michael, you see, one day, which part of your ancestor is a slave to a European Naza Michael? Oh, so no, I found now Michael. Say, I found Nagi or we European. Why are you Linda Michael? For heaven's sake. All over the world, black people with a European name are understood as people who were affected by the transatlantic slavery. So why should somebody from Imo State or Enugu State as Linda Michael? And you know the vehemence how you defend their definition, you know, which is that thing, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. So no matter what degree you have, PhD, once you find yourself defending the position of a Western religion or Western culture or Western law, one day you are and you was kind of you. So all slowly can get you up here. And that's why I've suggested I encourage IPOB people to get into all these Igbo associations overseas. I used to be a member of Igbo Union in my city, but I was so disgusted and offended by Ihane.
We should.
You know, that's what the heck are we doing? My birthday, my graduation, and I went way at all. So I just got frustrated and left, but I'm beginning to rethink. We all IPOB members should get back into those organizations and try to influence it from the within. Yeah, thank you.
There were. Yeah. You're right. We should, honestly. We should join all these Igbo because change must come, even if from within. I'm telling you honestly. We should never be frustrated. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal.
Yes, my brother, I'm hearing you.
There were Mazi. Call us on direct line. I don't know. You are not timing. I don't know. I cannot keep you. Yes. Go on, Mazi. Go on.
Oh, can I go on?
Yes, go on, Mazi.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. My name is Ifan Chukwumadachi, and I'm reaching you from the Netherlands. You see, my brother, Professor Chinua Achebe of blessed memory started crying about the destruction of our values and communal interest and cohesion in the things fall apart. I recommend the things fall apart to our people who haven't read it, and even to read and reread it, you know, so that you will then understand the work that is being done on this program, and then in Radio Biafra altogether. You talked about knowledge. People must understand. People who are claiming what invention. People must understand that knowledge, power, and civilization are transient. In other words, they have no home. We have said about how the Moors of Africa colonized some part of Europe, and we know that some of our people, if you stand at the coastline of Biafra, if you look westward, you are looking direct into the Americas. Our people have been going to the Americas for trade and business even before Columbus was born. But Columbus discovered America now. You see, so what you said that knowledge or civilization or technology must not come from a particular place. We must get it where it is available. Because some people we have it, and okay, look at Nigeria. How long had Nigeria been an oil exporting country? But Nigerians can never, up to today, cannot extract it. We still have to engage people who will take 95% and give you 5%. What kind of a country is that? It cannot happen in Biafra if we had Biafra. And you said, my brother, you said about accountability. We need accountability in all spheres of life. Even in the politicians who are now, governing and senatoring and repping Biafra land. What have you done with what you got? Senators are getting constituency project allocation. What project do you execute? And the clergymen, they need to account to our people. Are you opening the mind of our people, or are you making them blind the more? Telling them of course, anybody can believe whatever he or she wants, but we don't want people to dull our people down so that if a person is sick, he will not go to seek medical help, but they will be praying and fasting, and then by giving themselves sickness also upon whatever they're suffering. Because if you are suffering any sickness and you are fasting, you might get ulcer. Plus that sickness you are suffering ab initio. So what I'm saying is that even the socio-cultural organizations we have in our place, Ogahaneze, Ugo Congress, Imobi, Akokobi, and all those organizations, what are you doing to affect the lives of our people? Not so partying up and down and wearing nice clothes like Orokoromboba. It is of no consequences to the lives of our people. The same thing goes to traditional rulers. Are you ruling our people, or are you handing them over to the Fulani to come and take land and establish this and that? From tomorrow they start killing our people. It is a part of accountability. And it also goes to these unions, town and state and even village unions we have at home and abroad. What are you doing to secure our place, to help those who are securing our place, and to plant the food we eat? We should not live on all this, IPOB on the radio. If on Caribbean, if you hear, you tell your brothers, tell your family, your extended family, and that is our blessing is our extended family system. I thank God by that up till now we still have that system, because that is what is sustaining our people. And Biafran and lovers of freedom. It is now obvious that it was the international conspiracy led by the United Kingdom that kidnapped and extorted rendition our leader Mazi from Kenya to Nigeria. Do you ever wonder why the United Kingdom, of which Mazi is a citizen of, never have done anything? What's why? to effect his release from the dungeon of the Directorate of State of Nigeria. And the same thing goes to the United States. The same thing goes to the to Israel, our Israel. What have they said or done about the release of a Jewish adherent, our leader Mazi Nnamdi, etc. All those people. So much for democracy and human rights. And what about the human rights of Mazi Nnamdi and Biafrans? Just for self-determination through referendum. Is that too much to ask? So this is what we're suffering. Igbophobia and Biafra phobia are chronic diseases and definitely the undoing of Nigeria. See the murder and mayhem being spread by the Fulanis in the Middle Belt, the Corners, and indeed the whole of Nigeria. We know that Middle Belt and some Corners minorities did the main fighting and killing during the genocidal war on Biafra, while the Fulanis were maneuvering and plotting and positioning themselves for power. That was why they made the arch-genocidist Yakubu Gowon the head of state, so that he would fight with all the venom in him and also motivate the Middle Belters and indeed the rest of the regions to do the same. Look at the Middle Belt now and look at Nigeria now. So what must do my people, Biafrans and lovers of freedom? Let's support our leadership, the Directorate of State, and let us support the Eastern Security Network in cash or in kind. Join IPOB, let's join hands and restore Biafra. God bless Biafra.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Udodrege. Caller on Mazi Obasi. Sorry, I've kept you long. Honestly, I forgot. Mazi Obasi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Is it me on WhatsApp?
Yes, Mazi Obasi.
Jonathan, can you hear me?
Yes, the whole world is hearing you, Mazi. Go on.
No, Mazi. As usual, thank you for all you're doing. It's not easy to take up a topic like this, knowing fully well that our people are very, very emotional people. I want to point out this fact of many people who think that IPOB is anti-Christian. Like I've always said, I will keep pointing out this fact. Today I'm going to add something to it. Some may find this funny, some, I don't know if it can be offensive to anybody, but let me point it out. The fact that there is Mazi Jonathan and there is Mazi Nwachineke on Radio Biafra tells you of the level of tolerance that IPOB and eventually Biafra, is going to have on religion. But the kind of tolerance that our people, unfortunately, expect from us is a kind of tolerance that placed Europe in a very, very risky position right now, when they were being unnecessarily liberal and allowed the wokeness culture and an unbridled political correctness to becloud their judgment that would have helped them to protect their core values, as Europe was actually known for. And today, all over Twitter and everywhere, they are crying, they are shouting that the people they have opened their doors to, in good faith, according to them, trying to show how liberal they are. The same people are saying in their own country that they will not live by their values, but they want their Sharia in their own land. That's the kind of liberalism that our people emotionally want us to engage in, and such liberalism, I believe 100% that Biafra, IPOB and Biafra eventually will not accept that kind of tolerance. Our tolerance will simply be as long as your belief system is not going to attack or be detrimental to our core values, we are going to accommodate it. That is my personal opinion. I don't speak for IPOB or Biafra, of course. That's my personal opinion from what I have observed so far. Now, for those who will listen to this and also speak, I want to say that it is not enough to just throw jab or say whatever you say. I don't believe in it. I disagree with it. Throwing jabs here and there. If you disagree with this, I expect in the spirit of Biafra and the spirit of IPOB, as you have seen so far, we believe in spirit argument. Raise a topic in contrary to this and allow us the time to call and debate it. For we have shown time and time again that superior argument is the bedrock of our learning process in IPOB and in Radio Biafra. So it is not enough to throw jabs at points that have been made tonight or in previous time, because these are essential to our survival as a people. I am a translator, I'm a linguist, I work in languages. That is a passion, and at the same time it's a profession that I have been in for the past 10 to 13 years. And I can tell you, nobody can name what they don't have. Nobody can name what doesn't belong to them. If, for example, I am translating a document that comes from England into Igbo language, I cannot find London in that document and decided to translate London to Arochukwu or translate London to Enugu. I can't do that. I can't just find a city in Enugu that looks like or that represents London to the people of London and then translate that. You don't translate proper nouns. You don't translate names. You don't translate names of entities, names of people. I cannot, for example, be translating the Bible from English to Igbo and then say, find the name Peter and then translate it to Okute. I cannot do that because that is not the name. The worst I can do for things like that is what we call transliteration. Now, the reason I am making this point is, you come to our land, a people that in our entire existence, we do not have in our folklore, in our stories, in any kind of concept as a people of anyone who once lived in the sky and was chased down because he offended God. We have never had such person in our folklore, in any of our story or in our belief system. Never have such an individual, never such an entity. You came to our land having an entity or a personality that was cast down from heaven because he has offended the God that you describe. And then you find an existing name in our land and then subchange it and tell me that Satan is Ekwensu. It makes no sense. Ekwensu by definition is not anybody that was cast down from anywhere. How then can you bring a story of a different entity and then use that same name and exchange it with an existing entity that had existed long before this particular entity we're talking about? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And when we talk about these things, some of us will sit on Radio Biafra and say, you know what, I don't care what you say. Satan is Ekwensu, Ekwensu is Satan. I don't. That is not how people become intelligent and people emancipate themselves. You don't just do that by wishing the facts away. You have to counter fact with fact. How do we receive love as people? It is important that we understand that concept, for we to understand the responsibility we have as individuals, as individual Biafrans, to ensure that we do not allow evil to continue in our land under our watch. The last program I mentioned this briefly. The primary giver of law, as far as our own spiritual understanding is concerned, is the land. It is Ajala that gives us law. That's the primary giver of law. And why is it so? Because when people migrate to a new land, when they arrive there, they find a spiritualist, a dibia, somebody who has understanding of the metaphysics, who understands the spiritual realm, understand the element around. Such a person will consult and know this particular location that we are going to reside. What are the do's and don'ts? What does the spirit around this place abhor, and what do they like? And when they consult, the land will give you a list of things you must not do. And that is how we get our laws. And when you violate this law, this is where our responsibility come into play. When my neighbor violates this law, I'm looking at him and I'm keeping quiet, and he or she continue to do that. When the consequences come, it is not going to affect just my neighbor. It will affect all of us that reside upon that geographical location whose law has been violated. This is very, very important if we must understand our collective responsibility in ensuring that our land is free of abominations that are constantly being committed in the name of trying to look powerful, or in the name of trying to be a kingpin, or in the name of maintaining some certain political control here and there. We understand as our own tradition as a people that the act of desecration of the land that some of you may refer to lightly as sin is contagious. Why do we ostracize? Mazi Jonathan spoke largely about that. One of the reasons that people are ostracized is because we also have understanding, our ancestors have understanding of what we may refer to today as negative energy. That when people are contaminated through their actions against the land, and you are interacting with them, you get contaminated by the same spirit that is working against them. That is why when they commit some of these things, the people are also ostracized. You don't talk to them, you don't communicate with them, you don't buy from them, you don't sell to them, you don't help them, you don't marry from them, you don't do anything with them, so that you can stay at least clear of that negative energy as we may today refer to it. It's very important. Our land is not like any other land. Our laws were not given on top of a mountain by an unknown hands. No, our land are given by the spirit that owns the land, and that is why when the land is angry, sometimes we don't get rain. Sometimes people die. Where I come from, the community that founded that entire autonomous community, that founded that entire clan, that particular community is now less popular, even less known, and they are now the minority. Why? Because somebody who was sick and being carried, very, very, very emaciated, people playing games saw him and began to laugh. The person picked a palm fruit, cursed the people, and threw it in the bush. This palm fruit began to germinate, grow. Many years later, every day when the fruit falls down, somebody dies in that community. Now, remember, the people who laughed have died long, they are dead and gone. But that consequences begin to affect the people generations after, until they went to consult and find out, and the spirit was appeased before they are appeased. But today, that particular land, that particular community is the minority in terms of population and everything, as far as that entire autonomous community is concerned. This is an example of how violation of our own laws can be very, very destructive to us as a people. So when you are sitting, when you are standing, when you are lying down, when you are observing anybody doing something around you, as far as our land is concerned, it is our collective responsibility to speak against it. It is our collective responsibility to speak against it. Some of us will leave the Biafra land, travel to many other countries, think that I am now safe. We are playing the ostrich, hiding our head in the sand and thinking we are safe. As you run to Europe, to other parts of Africa, to the America, to Asia, to anywhere in the world, thinking it doesn't concern you anymore. You will still have relatives. And tomorrow your children will be affected wherever they are. Like it or not, that is your root. Lastly, Mazi Jonathan, you were speaking about the North, the minority. You see, today I was writing an article I'm yet to finish. And funny enough, I'm writing about this particular thing. Anytime the Nigerian politicians talk about zoning and the zone presidency or vice president to the North, the people in Bauchi, Taraba, Plateau, Benue, Kaduna are not usually considered as the North. How many times has presidency been zoned to the North that any part apart from Kano, Zamfara, Katsina, those core northern states are seen to be northern enough to produce the candidate? I remember Chinedu when he was appointed, I would say, as a flag bearer. He was in Ekiti during the campaign of the governor of Ekiti for APC. Assured the people of the Middle Belt that his running mate was going to be from the north, and he must be from the north central, whatever they call it, the Middle Belt side, and is going to be a Christian. He assured them until the corner kicked against it, and he succumbed and appointed a Muslim from the corner. All these things are happening before the face of the so-called Middle Belters and the so-called minorities that are actually majority. There has never been a time where there's a slot for president and vice president and somebody from Jos is considered. There's somebody from Pangshin, the hometown of Gowon, is considered. There's somebody from Demak, somebody from Nasarawa, somebody from Taraba is considered. No. And when it is convenient, they say, we are all not. The Tarok people are there. They are the ones who killed our people more than anything. The people of Tarok, the people of Plateau, let me just say in general. Today, where are they? The very tiny minority Fulani people are still ruling them. And they have failed to learn sense till today. They are leaving their land, their kinship is taken, I can list many communities and towns in Plateau and Taraba, in Nasarawa, that has been kicked out, and non-indigenous are the ones leading them. They will not see that. But when an Iman comes to an unknown village, develop it, they become jealous and call him names. The Yorubas are busy on internet tagging Igbos to every nonsense and generating and creating excessive hate for people that don't even have time for them. And they think that they are doing that to please the North, their masters. The time will come when they will wish that they actually act differently, because we are a people that cannot be defeated. Even if we are meant to be defeated, the advent of IPOB has made that absolutely impossible. We have come and we have come to stay. Nothing is going to change that. Eventually, like you said rightly, other people who think that they are playing ostrich today will realize that their back, their legs, and their better part of their body has been exposed to a greater danger. And when that time comes, nobody will tell them to fight for what is ours. They were Mazi, Jonathan.
They were Mazi Obasi. They were very, very eloquently put. We are winding down towards the end of the program, honestly speaking. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Yes, go on, Maz, go on. Yes, go on.
Okay. Mazi, the message you are dropping here is really...
It's entering seriously. Yes. Hello.
I'm calling from Biafra land, Mazi. So right here in Biafra land, from Radio Biafra here is really turning many people's life to positive. You understand? So people are asking question now. If you see up to 10 gathering, even inside markets right now, people, many of them will be talking about religious issues here and there. So people are really waking up to face reality. People are beginning to understand that Christianity is just a tool for conquest. It's just a tool that these slave masters, these our colonizers use to enslave our people mentally. People are beginning to know that Christianity is a Roman culture. You understand? And people are beginning to know that Igbo culture is our own religion, our tradition, because Chinese they have their own culture, and you have preached it this night. I'm very happy to hear you say it this night on radio. All the Chinese have their own culture, and is their religion. And I've never seen a Chinese man imposing his religion on another person. And they don't want you to know how they are practicing their religion. They don't want you to know anything. The Indians, Japanese, all these people that have their true freedom, they have their religion, which is their culture also. And you can never see them telling you to accept their religion or imposing it on you. But this very religion called Christianity is just a tool for conquest. It's just the religion that they designed, which is a Roman culture, by the way. Because when these Roman Catholics, sometimes they will say that they are doing Okom, they will be carrying or more up and down. Which if we do it in our own culture, they will say that we are evil people.
That's it.
You see? So all those things are Roman, all those things that the people are worshipping in Christian church, we're letting them know that it is Roman culture. Everything they are worshipping in Roman Catholic Church or in any Christian church is Roman deities or Greek, as it may be. All those are Roman deities. I have made my people at home here in our meeting, in our club meeting, to know that even the English name they are answering is a slave name. So many of them have changed their name. So many of them have changed their name to be answering their native name, which is a positive change. So our people are waking up very fast in Biafra land. Many people are asking questions. And I thank you so much, Mazi Jonathan. Keep on pushing. Keep on doing the good job. Our people are returning back to their senses. Mazi, thank you a lot. Thank you.
Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Mazi, go on, please. Caller on direct line. Go on. No. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Please go on.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
Caller on signal. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Am I coming out?
Just hold on. Why are you not coming out like that? Your voice is faint. Go on, let me see. Yes, go on.
All right. Mazi Jonathan, may God bless you. My name is Mazi Fine. Mazi Fine, coming from his location. Mazi, in fact, things have got apart in our land. As our brother Chinedu things fall apart. Mazi, I put it that things have, in short, teared more than apart in our land. By our people accepted a foreign religion which in this present condition are keeping us in a perpetual undeveloped. Our people abandoned the way of our life through our ancestors, and they accepted foreign tradition, which Mazi, that have bring many calamity and disaster into our land. Mazi, during the time of our forefathers, things that is happening today never happened that time. Things that is happening to us today never happened that time during our forefathers, before white men came and trying to, cajole us, trying to tell us that our forefathers are evil. Mazi, I wept. Whenever you are preaching these religious matters, Mazi, in fact, I don't feel happy. I don't eat because things have fallen apart, really. And that is why calamity is on ground. Calamity is on land. Disastrous is on land. Many sickness, dangerous sickness is on land, killing our people. Who will talk if not this Radio Biafra? But our people refuse to listen. Mazi, you talk about kidney disease ravaging the north. Mazi, in this Radio Biafra, you have reviewed many things that are happening to us long ago by one of our brother in the Mazi. If I'm mistaken, not calling his name well. But yes. But Mazi, just look at how people are reacting. Nobody shows concern upon all this review that was done in this Radio Biafra. Look at the body language of the people in the zoo. Anyway, I will not blame them because Nigeria is not a country and nobody is ready to die for it, and that is why you can't see any reaction. You can't see any reaction when something is going wrong. You can't see it. Nobody will react because nobody is ready to die for this country. It's true. Look at it. A foreigner bringing modified erotic food called GMOs, and in this Hello platform, we have shouting on that. We have talking about it. We have shouting, telling people this is what is happening, this is what is about to happen, and this is what is in process. But everybody keep bluntly. Everybody keep unconcerned. Now look at it, Mazi. Maybe from now to 5 years time, Mazi, you see kidney disease will be like a fever, in this zoo. But I'm praying to Chukwu Kadama, please, before that time, let us go. Give us our freedom, let us go, because Mazi, our people is going to perish if Biafra did not come. If we did not get our freedom from now to 10 years or 20 years, before this thing will now be ravaging everywhere, Mazi, we are not going to be secure, because these people has evil plan against us. Mazi, look at it as you are proceeding, mentioning many things in this program. Mazi, to tell you that our fight for freedom is in various dimensions, is in various categories and strategies which the leadership are using. In fact, Chukwu Kadama continues strengthening the leadership. And even that there's nothing like leadership in this struggle, Mazi, where are we going to start and where are we going to be? What are we going to tell our generation to come? Mazi, things are falling apart actually. This things fall apart. I watched the film when I was a little. Okonkwo and the Ebubodike. Mazi, that film is a film that after watching that film, you'll be afraid. You'll be afraid to, you know, enter into, maybe they send you an error in a particular room. You'll be afraid that time. Is when the film has a film with a bube, has a good eyes. When you watch film, you'll be afraid. Look at it. These foreigners use our brothers against our brothers. And that is to say, in this our present time, you see Pentecostal, you see Anglican, both of them are living in the same house, and there will be log ahead, disagree and agree and disagree, and that's the seed. Now, so many things are fall apart. I could remember when whatever you commit on land, the land will throw you out. Now, had it been that our forefathers keep all these things, well, Mazi, I don't see the reason a woman will try to sell his what they call it, is it a version eggs in order to make money. Mazi, abomination. Happening.
And our so-called elders, they are not speaking up as it's supposed to.
Chai. Mazi, ebelebe bugo. Calamity upon the land. And more are coming. If we did not buckle up. Mazi, because as I'm speaking with you now, many evil things are happening in the land because of this core religion which white men brought to us. But before, all these things are not there. Our forefathers did not experience all these things. Now in our own time, Mazi, see calamity. A child will rape her mother because of money. Many evil things are happening, Mazi. But I thank God for this radio Biafra. I thank God for this radio Biafra, Mazi, and I pray that may God give our leadership strength to make this our radio to be very, very, in short, let me say common to access in all Biafran land in a just short time, so that the people will be listening to this good news, Mazi. People will be listening to this good news, and I believe and I assure you that within short time, if our radio goes round, you will see changes. People will wake up on their own and fighting this evil religion which white man brought to us. Call it a Christian religion, which attracted all the whole evil. Look at it. This man now have now confessed that he paying a tithe. What he said, there is a place that this thing will be. You see, this man, all the whole pastors, then we brought out those tithes which they collected from poor people, promising them that when you pay tithe, you go to heaven. Now look at it. Now their eyes are okay. See, people supposed to react. People supposed to tell this man, okay, we have been paying this tithe all this while, and you have been giving us fake promises, fake heaven that there's nowhere to be found. Now you have realized yourself. They turn all that money. But look at it. They are laughing, clapping for him. Mazi, in fact, in short, I don't know what to say, but may God bless you.
Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, you'll be the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me, please? Go on. Mazi Chukwu. Go on, please. You'll be the last caller.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mas Jonathan. My name is Chukwu Emmanuel. I think you are hearing me.
Okay. My name is Chukwu Emmanuel, and I'm speaking from my location. Thank you once again, as always. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi, the man who set up this platform to expose so many evil that was hidden under the roof of heaven. I greet him once again. Yes, I want to start from the clip we played last of Chinedu's voice. I want to thank God. During the time, the Israeli network that was sold to Dangote, I listened for our leader broadcast that very day. And everybody was very, very, don't know what will happen next. Then, after some time, we start to hear Radio Biafra from another angle. Now, according to what Chinedu said that in this clip, that they go to a Christian channel to ask for help. They refuse. They go to America network. They refuse. Until they go a particular country. God, Chukwu Abiyama, touch that country that said, we will allow you people to speak so that people will hear what is happening to you. I say, God will bless that country. This is narrow escape, because without this Radio Biafra, where and how did the world hear what is happening in Nigeria, in Africa, in the whole world, as we are here today? Chukwu Abiyama will bless this country. Again, I want to start again. Somebody talk about some people from America. I think it was last year. Maybe it may be some Igbo people that send the money over $1 billion, $1 billion naira or so, to build a church in Nigeria. Forgetting that ndị Igbo sị na na-eme azụtacha ala azụwute. You are sending money to build a church, while thousands of churches has been burned down in Nigeria. Thousands of Christians, pastors, reverends have been killed in Nigeria. You people cannot send the money or send weapons to help your members or your brothers to defend their people in the hell we call Nigeria. You are sending money to build church. Have you seen how idiots, black people, mostly some Igbo people we saw today, are behaving like animals? They are thinking they are cheating IPOP on the Kano on the process, not knowing they are killing themselves. How do you think that a white man will see a black man as a human being? with these regards. If you know the thing that religion, Christianity have done to Igbo race, to Nigeria, to Africa, you will be crying for black people. Because we understand the position Igbo, when we are very small, early 50s, when you come to a compound, everybody love each other. Things are going normal. But when the Christianity came growing, the more it's growing, the more the enmity is growing in each compound. If you go to each compound, you will have about 3 religions, 3 different churches or 4, and they are enemy to themselves, but they are going to heaven. When you bring all these things together and see the importance of this Radio Biafra and see the importance of Nnamdi Kanu to black race, when you see anybody fighting IPOB, you see him as an animal in a human form. Because black people, so many of them are behaving like an animal in a human form. The destruction Christianity have done in Igbo land, I don't know who will save them. Because when you are telling them the truth, so many of them are just claiming what they don't even know. Because if you remove truth from whatever you are doing in this world, it becomes nothing. Nnamdi Kanu came up on this platform to expose the truth for the whole world. But the evil ones are working very hard to make sure they destroy the truth, which is impossible. I use this opportunity to greet those who have heard this news from our leader Nnamdi Kanu on this radio, to continue do what they can do now they are alive. Because this life is soldier go, soldier come. You have been hearing those you senior and those that is your age and those that senior you that is dying every day. You don't know when your own will come. So the little time you have here on earth, join IPOB, join Nnamdi Kanu. Because of your race, Igbos, the white people is doing everything possible to destroy black people. And they are using criminals like Chinedu now to make sure they complete their assignment. And people are there. Tomorrow is church. Go to the church, you see the whole animal going to church. They cannot speak the truth to tell the people that this country you are have been sold out to brigade for organ harvesting. Nobody will tell you. They will tell you to pay tithe and offering because that is what they need. They don't need, if you are alive, it's not their business. What they are interested in is your money. Up to today, we are not supposed to be where we are in Nigeria. But because of wickedness of religion that Britain and the one from Arab called Islam, this religion you are seeing is what was made to enslave black people. to make sure they remain slave. There's nothing like a heaven. The heaven is here on earth. They know. That is why some of them who feel they are religious leaders collecting money and tithe are working hard to make sure they hold people down, making money. They know that there's nothing like a heaven. They know. But the money they are making is what they are interested. They are not after of your life. That is why they cannot come to the pulpit and tell the people the truth so that their eyes will open to see the danger they are in. Jonathan, thank you very much. And thank all the people who are human beings, because human being on this earth is very small. Very, very small.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is where I'm going to switch off the phones, and I apologize for not picking any more call, even call on direct line. I cannot keep call on direct line waiting. Let me also emphasize, just like Mazi said, we are not doing this out of any hatred or hatred of any. No. We are facing what is facing us. You know, when you think that we are exposing all these historical facts because we hate what we are doing is a hatred. When something is not working, when you check and things are, it's not working, what do? You take a stock. That's why we engage in this self-determination to pull out of Nigeria, because we saw that Nigeria isn't working and we never work. We calculated, otherwise we'll be broadcasting to praise how we can fix Nigeria. No. But we made ourselves, because we have calculated with the historical facts about Nigeria, we saw that it is a creation, a British creation, and there is no way it could be fixed because they did it on purpose. It's a deception. So that is it. So when we talk about religion, know that we are saying something out of historical facts and the reality facing us, because you cannot tell me the rationale behind us having in a street or in a village or in a community, you have different types of churches, religious sites, buildings, no factory. People are suffering, crime everywhere, and you are telling me that no, we have to know it's not this, it's not Christian. No, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. And I come to study European countries that has Christian as their tradition. Why they advance is because they fought against the same religion that is even their own. They fought against it and relegate it to the background. That is why they were able to progress. Now, what are you telling me? What are you telling me? Are you going to be more Catholic than Pope? Let us remove stupidity and reason very well like human beings. There are some people that whatever you talk, they tell you they don't care about the reason, they don't care about anything. What matters is, that thing you believe, I believe, do your own, I believe my own. If it is like that, how was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu able to convince us that Biafra is the best option apart from Nigeria? Because that is what we saw, that is what we are seeing. It's a reality facing us. The marginalization of Igbos in Nigeria is reality. And Nigeria, the way things are in Nigeria is abnormal, and it can never be normal. Each government, each present government is worse than the past. So we calculate it and see that, look, there is no headway. That is why we are doing what we are doing. So when you compare this to, it's the same thing. When you are annoyed because they touch your interest or your belief system, because the reality is concerned. Now Don't blame people that are always protect Nigeria. Don't blame them. That are Igbos also. Don't blame them. Atana Hota is the same thing. Are you hearing me? But what I'm assuring you is this. Individual interests will never rule over communal interest. You know, I put it before that community interests, our communal laws, it can step into your private or your privacy. But that is it, because law does not look on persons, individuals' interests. It's community interest, and that our communal interest can harm even people, somebody's individual interest. That is how it is. But we are looking on our collectivity, global collectivity. That is what matters. So when we are talking about all these things, about religion, it might harm your individual interest, maybe because you are one, having some benefit, either physical or emotional benefit for you as an individual. Now you want to use it to overrun how, our community interest, how it is destroying our lives as a people. Do you tell me that are you saying that the money being contributed by Igbos in America, as they said, 3-point-something billion naira to build church, if it was contributed for real projects like this farming, as our brother mentioned, which one will be more beneficial to people? But they satisfy that their individual interests and their NCs. Chicken is finished. But if they put it in something that will be beneficial to everybody, physical work, it will create jobs, and people will continue working and even improving and increasing all those things. Do you see it? Do you see the difference between your private emotion and our collective interest? So please, if you by now you don't understand where you don't get it, you leave it, please. If you don't understand, there is no apology. I am telling you. If you don't understand the handwriting on the wall, how they use this, what baffles me, how can it, till now we are still debating whether our ancestors are good, whether it's, if I don't even like to debate it again. That is nonsense. It's a fool that we continue this. Your own father, somebody came and told you that your father, your mother, they are bad people, they are evil, the people that train you, through them you become alive. A foreigner come and convince you anything you are doing is evil, what you are practicing is evil, and we are defending them. You want me to continue debating on earth? That is foolishness. I can no longer be part of that debate, whether it's evil or not. That is nonsense. I get me here. That is the thing. Biafra remains our ultimate goal. It's our tradition. Biafra remains our ideology. That is it. So we must continue in making sure that Biafra is restored. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.